Warning. The following program is a recap of the HBCU sports world. It is meant to be comedic and informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their schools, or all black people. There may be some cuss words and some cultural words. If that bothers you, move along. If you're young, please seek permission before watching any further. If you at work, make sure you got your earbuds in. Don't blame us if you get fired. Thank you. The OutSpoken Show.
And P.S. Don't be so damn sensitive.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. Jack, we Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Rick flaring, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death, I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. One eye open like Betty Wops and find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders, trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow, who can't cry for spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, you organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Rick flaring on them, Rick flaring on them, Rick flaring on them, Rick flaring son up, baby.
Hey yo, Scotty, we back. Appreciate you for reaching out. I'm like, hey, it's outspoken. A lot changed. Granted, the concept we still hosting. Giving you the fix you need when on the screen. The veteran, Captain Petty, giving you medicine. Come tap in. You know Scott gon' do what he do. Might not want to hear it, but here go the hard truth. Perry about the numbers, regret if you're not fact-based. When you run your lane, the numbers seem like a statue. Wait. Hey, Scotty, man, I'm not feeling it. I don't think the people feeling it. Let me get in my bag a little bit, just showing what this outspoken really about to be like. Outspoken, this is more than conjecture. These days they land people lost. So glad that we got our own. Hunger insatiable, made for you if you say you objective. Hard truth offering, no offense, just perspective. Come get your dosage and go with me. We spit it like poetry. The pivot was pivotal. Could rhyme here, but I'd rather not. Some say Scotty, some call him The best one since Stewart. If you know, then you know. But if you don't, then you lost. Let me be frank for a minute, cause we all know that's how Perry be. Breaking down the game for what it was, no apologies. This my hypothesis, you tune in, you like watching it. It's common sense, obvious, competent, rugged, and confident. Hey, we outspoken. We outspoken. We outspoken. It's outspoken, and we gon' put on a show, even if we hear you say I can't. It's outspoken.
Hey, back. What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Scotty, man, back with another one. Hope all you Bamas are out there doing a lovely, lovely time. Listen, it is hot out here in these SWAC streets. Okay? It's hot out here. And you know I got to talk about it, my brother from another. But make sure, before I get into it, make sure you like, comment, share, you know, do all the things you do. All right? And make sure you stay locked in for the whole show. But without further ado, get up for my brother from another, Perry White! Down on the bluff.
The scoreboard's broken and the fans barely weep. The coach is so old, he creaks when he stands. His playbook's dust, it slips through his hands.
Sadness on the bluff.
There's a cry and a shame. The ball don't fly, and they've forgotten the game. We're stuck in the past,
Can't outrun the rust. Sadness on the bluff.
and we've lost all our trust.
Man, it is. Hey, you can't ask for a better song than that, P.
Is that a real song or you made that?
Oh, I made that.
How-
That's on the album. That's on the album. That's on the SWAC album.
Because you so memorized it quick. You already ready to take it to karaoke.
Listen.
You already ready.
It was already on the. Listen, the SWAC album can be found in all your Apple Music playlists and podcasts and Spotify's. It'll definitely be on Apple Music by this Friday. But you know, listen, go support the SWAC album. But yeah, it's perfect timing. But that's neither here nor there, Perry. We gonna get into all that. How you doing, my guy?
I'm doing all right.
You know what I'm saying?
I had a good homecoming.
Happy homecoming.
Happy homecoming.
Happy
I had a
homecoming.
good homecoming.
I like to hear that, man. I like to hear that. Well, let's get into a little hot fire. We're going to start off in a different direction than most people would think. We're going to start with a little Alonzo. We're going to start with a little. Listen, we're going to start with a little. Now, I was watching the SWAC call, and I know a lot of you Bamas don't really watch it, or you don't watch it like I watch it, because I usually don't watch it. But something just spoke to my spirit to say, Scotty, watch it. Now, while I'm watching the SWAC call, the way Alonzo Hampton be moving and twitching, it looks real iffy. I'm just going to listen. It looks real iffy. Just look at it. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to play the video.
Have questions, please utilize the raise hand feature to get your question in the queue. If you do see several questions there, which we already do have several questions in the queue, please limit your questions to one initial question. If we've got time, we'll work our way back to get additional questions answered. With that being said, happy to be joined by Coach Hampton with Arkansas Pine Bluff. Good morning, Coach.
Morning.
Coach, as always, appreciate your time. If you could start us out recapping your team's most recent outing versus Grambling State.
Yeah, played Grambling here. Had opportunity to win the game, didn't finish it. So it's disappointing. So now you got Bethune-Cookman.
Appreciate those opening comments, Coach. First question goes to Wayne Cartwright.
Coach Hampton, hello to you this morning.
Hello.
So going back to Saturday, you guys obviously after the weather delay, you guys get the ball and you guys kick field goals there in the red zone. My specific questions, though, for you about those. You guys were running the ball in what seemed like a couple of passings.
Dog, listen, it goes longer than that. It was just super twitchy to me. That's all I'm saying. It was just super twitchy to me. I'm like, he over here, like back in the days when
he was a little uncomfortable.
Dog, listen, I'm talking about twitchy beyond twitchy. Look.
He just messing with the camera for no reason.
Dog, he just doing the most.
Just moving pencils and pens for no reason. Just putting them in straight line.
Dog, he tweaking. Dog, I thought it was just me. I probably watched this like 6 times. I'm like, yo, something ain't right. It just ain't right. That, you know what I'm saying? It just
oh shit.
it just ain't right. It just ain't right. Like this is me. It just ain't right with that.
He looks uncomfortable. He looks like he's not ready to have to deal with the questions that are going to be asked. Right? He would rather be doing some other shit right now than to have to talk about the game this past weekend. And this goes back to what I'm talking about. Did you listen to his opening statement?
Oh, it was short. Oh, it was super short.
Come on, man. You fighting for your job here.
Yeah, it's super short.
Listening. You got to give people go ahead.
Yeah, I'll play it again for him.
Questions, please utilize the raise hand feature to get your question in the queue. If you do see several questions there, which we already do have several questions in the queue, please limit your questions to one initial question. If we've got time, we'll work our way back to get additional questions answered. With that being said, happy to be joined by Coach Hampton with Arkansas Pine Bluff. Good morning, Coach.
Morning.
Coach, as always, appreciate your time. If you could start us out recapping your team's most recent outing versus Grambling State.
Yeah, played Grambling here. Had opportunity to win the game, didn't finish it. So it's disappointing. So now you got Bethune-Cookman.
Appreciate those opening comments, Coach. First question goes to Wayne Cartwright.
Now you got Bethune-Cookman.
But come on, man. Give the people something. You got a fan base. You got people who got questions. We all took an L before, and a lot of times you don't want to talk about it. But in this profession, you have a right to give an explanation, or just from a coaching standpoint. It goes back to what we're talking about. You're a professional.
Yeah.
This is what you do for a living. You're supposed to talk football. I'm supposed to be sick of hearing your ass talk about football. You're supposed to talk about it so much.
Yeah.
And when you have an opening statement coming off a tough loss, I think you owe that to the fans of your own team, and just out of respect of, come on, man, give me something better than that real quick. I don't wait on the questions. Hey, we played Grambling. Hats off to Coach Mickey Joseph. My team fought hard. Hey, we went out looking to scheme this, and that. They changed things up.
Yeah, 2-hour weather delay. We had to keep kids locked in, all type of stuff. Yeah.
Just hit us with it at first and then get it out the way. But what that seat was hot on his ass, wasn't it? He couldn't sit still. He was like, just burning it. But this is what I be talking about on this level when it comes to our coach. I understand he may not want to have done it, but you are a professional getting paid to be the head coach of a team in a Division I program. When you come out with an opening statement, I'm not saying you got to tell us the whole world, but come on, man. You got to come a little bit better than that. And this is typically what we get from these coaches. It just seems like a personal thing. Like, hey, I don't want to hear shit today. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, come on with it. I'm going to be sure and be ready to be done with it. But I just expect more in the opening statement than that, me personally.
I feel you. No, and listen, I don't expect much from these coaches anymore, because I feel like, one, they don't care, right? Like I feel like I keep saying this, not many coaches in the SWAC understand media, and they don't understand. That's why they're okay with being in this space, because this space is all about, hey, I ask you the nice questions. Hey, I don't expose you. You don't expose me, right? So when you have those Wayne Cartwrights, when you have the Perry Daniels, when you have those guys that ask real football questions, it makes them uncomfortable, because they're asking situational questions. Hey, coach, you're down in the red zone. you ran the ball 3 times and you end up kicking field goals. Was there a reason for that? It was something Chris Peters did or something? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just little things like that you're just like, okay, yeah, we want to understand what you're thinking and what that process is. Call to play. You know, it just all depends on the defense.
And you can control the narrative. That's why you come out and give your statement of what, from your perspective, this, because you kill it already. Now, every question will be based off of what you said.
Yeah.
When you come out with a short statement like that, you leave it open for anything because you didn't create a narrative. You just, hey, we lost. We got Bethune-Cookman. What's up? Anybody got a question? But if you come out and say, hey, you know, that weather delay was tough on us. First time we had to deal with that this year.
Yeah.
You know, we made some mistakes in the game, and it starts with me. Hey, you know, this guy, that guy.
Yeah.
You create your own narrative along the way where you kind of put away the openness of somebody coming with a question. It's almost like on 8 Mile. You remember when
B Rabbit, when he just takes all the energy from him. I am white.
I am a bum. I give you a chance to say it.
Yeah. That's
what you got to do. And did you listen? You saw my guy I told you I like to listen to from Southern Miss.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anytime he steps to the podium, he got it under control. Everything else is just built off of the questions that will be asked, are built off of what he's already laid out. When you're in a situation like this, build it up so then you can lay out where it's going to go because you can control the narrative. You're the coach. But when you don't, you leave it room for openness to where you're going to be uncomfortable because you feel those questions are going to come.
But I feel as though in Perry, and you see it from I hate to say it, you see it from the guys who actually have some demeanor and some moxie, right? Like the TCs, the Trey Olivers, the Tremain Jacksons, right? Like, you know, even Mickey Joseph, because Mickey Joseph's like, I don't need this. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, hey, man, I'm just here. You know what I'm saying? But the guys that actually want the Willie Simmons of the world, the guys that want to move up, and you can see it in the way they coach and the way they prepare and the way they deal with the media, they understand what comes with the media and what that is and how to converse with the media. But the other coaches, like the Dooleys, the Hamptons, T-Buck is pretty good at what he does as well. The Chris Dishmans, like, they're not really savvy enough to say what they want or to do what they mean, and for media people to come at them and they feel like it's an insult to them because you've asked them a football question about their job. Like, bro, you lost. I didn't lose. You lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're getting paid $180,000. You're getting paid $215. You're getting paid $230. Whatever you're getting paid to answer media questions, answer the damn question, right? So that's just my little 2 cents on that. I've always seen the issue with media when it comes to how coaches handle it and deal with it. But, you know, I appreciate the people like Wayne and Perry Daniels who are in those questions, and they're not homeboy questions. They're real football questions, and I think that's the biggest thing when you're doing these media events.
Yeah, it's very nonchalant, like
as always. Hey, listen, man.
But you wasn't feeling it.
Hell no, he was tweaking.
Literally,
he was tweaking. Hey, listen, y'all. I don't give a damn what anybody says. I've said it, and P, I've said this in the beginning of the season. I said I'm a fan of Tremain Jackson. I don't like Prairie View. I don't like the 12 fans. But I'm a fan of Tremain Jackson. And I'm going to stand on that. That's why I call him the T-Jacks. That's the only reason I root for the 12 fans is because of Tremain Jackson. And let him talk his shit. He be talking that talk.
Ain't it refreshing?
Ain't
it refreshing just being you? Just be you and do your thing. It's refreshing.
And when you just be you. Stop trying to act like somebody you not. Just be yourself. And when you win, you get to be more yourself, right? So let me play this. I want to play, and this is how I'm just playing.
How are you dealing with this revelation that came out on Friday that you're a candidate for you may be a candidate for the UAB job? How are you dealing with that internally and just outwardly as well?
Yeah, that has no bearing on what we got going on. And I mean, that's a position you want to be in. When you're winning, you want people to talk. People don't talk about losers. Nobody's name is any article. People that's losing. Just is what it is. And so we've dealt with that. for so long, and where we were to come in here, and we were on a national championship run. Everybody had us going everywhere across the country. We're just a bunch of D2 guys, man, trying to figure this Division I thing out. That's what everybody thinks anyway, right? So when you can win, and I tell our players, nobody's talking about that if we're not winning. So let's just keep winning. And a lot of that stuff, I'm glad you brought the question up. People that really are inside of our business know that it's not even that time yet. October ain't that time. That's not what's happening with jobs on that level. And so it's not even that time. There's a lot of other guys that name came out on that deal. We're flattered, but it has no bearing on what we're trying to get done. It's not going to be the last time that we come out on the list. And so let's just go ahead and put that out there, and the articles can start. Our guys are focused on keeping the main thing, as is our coaches, as am I. And so that's just part of it. We'd rather it that way than nobody talking about you, because that means you're a loser if nobody's talking about you. Or
Can we just focus on that part? You not getting talked about if you a loser. Terrance Graves. You not getting talked about if you're a loser. James Cozy. You not getting talked about if you're a loser. Little Bill. You're not getting talked about if you're a loser. Alonzo Hampton. Like, what are we talking about right now? The only reason Mickey Joseph getting talked about is because he's a recruiter. He's a damn good recruiter. So he's always going to find him a job. But everybody else, if your name ain't TC Taylor, Eddie Robinson ain't even getting talked about. Why? Because he can't win the big game. Just keep it. Just keep it a buck. If you're not winning and you're not doing something good, what we talking about, man? Talk your shit, Tremain. Talk your shit.
I fuck with Tremain. I put it blatantly like that. Hey, I like it when you yourself, you cool about it. He ain't trying hard.
He not. That's
He
just who he is.
It just flow. You know when somebody cool and the vibe is good when you're around him, and then you can tell when somebody trying hard for the attention. He ain't trying hard for the attention. He like, look, bro, we go to work just like everybody else. If we win, you talk about us. If we lose, you don't talk about us. It's simple like that. I'm flattered my name is out here in the conversation, but hey, at the rate we going, it's going to be in even more conversation.
It's going to keep getting bigger. Part 2 of him, let him talk his shit.
Huge win. You said that you wanted people to walk away and say, this is a scary PV team. Do you feel like your team did that today?
Yeah, happy homecoming.
That's the you, Barry. When he said it on live television, I said, hey, that's the Barry.
You know, I wanted to be a cold day in hell before they schedule us again for homecoming, and our kids took a lot of pride in that. I think that's the lowest they've been held to all year. We still got our issues. We're not all the way there yet, but our kids fight. Rain, sleet, or snow, Panthers gonna go, and that's what we did tonight.
That's a bar. Rain, sleet, snow, Panthers gonna go. That's a bar.
You told us earlier in the week that you guys were still trying to find that identity, but it seems like you guys kind of at least took a step forward in finding it, a physical football team. What can you say about this offense first and the way that they came out and performed today?
Yeah, I thought they started fast, but, you know, we still got some issues we got to fix. We're young. We're young in experience. We're not young in age, and we're young as a program. And, you know, people talk a lot of trash about our program, and we hear that, and it just fuels us, man. So regardless of what people think about the Prairie View A&M Panthers, we're 4-0 in the West. Regardless of what your mama think the West is, we're 4-0 in the West.
Now, my mama think the West is trash. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. My mama think the West is trash.
My mama think the West is trash too.
Now, that's what my mama think. All right, Barry mama think the same thing. Okay, so we all our mamas agree the West is trash. But regardless of the fact, you are 4-0, sir.
And we got a homecoming coming up now that we look forward to.
Which is a trash opponent. Let's keep it a buck. Okay, it's a trash opponent.
You talk about those young guys. Chase Bingman is one of those young ones, the only high school recruit on your roster, but stepped up really big for your team today. Didn't find the end zone, like you said, but moved the chains for you guys offensively. What did you like about what he brought today?
He ran over his former teammate. That's what we love. We love when stuff get physical, because normally when things get physical, people get fake.
Hey, listen! We need to just have a Tremain Jackson, like, just quotables, right?
Just favorite quotes. He like, if you're going to have me out here in this pouring down goddamn rain with this long interview, I got something for you. Because you were supposed to really let me go after that person. It's pouring down rain out here, young lady.
First of all, shout out to the young lady because she out here doing her job. She's sleeveless. She ain't got nothing on but an umbrella. But he said, hey, when things get physical, people get fake, okay? Hey, listen, Tremain got the quotables. Tremain got the quotables, man. Rain, sleet, snow, Panthers gonna go.
He doing Southern any kind of way in this one. God, dog. Hey, he just slashing us up, jugging us, boy. It hurts
Chase
too.
Bingman is who he says he is. We're going to get him in the box. We're going to scheme him up to get in the box. But the dude runs hard. He ain't the only high school kid, but he's the one that's playing the most. And we look forward to his growth and development as a Panther for years to come.
And now on the other side of the ball, defensively holding this Southern team to just 3 points. I mean, what can you say about those guys?
Did you see me just walk by?
That was you?
Yeah, running back just a little bit. You're going to see me walk right behind him.
All right, hold on.
He's the one that's playing the most. And we look forward to his growth and development as a Panther for years to come.
That's you with the towel right there. Boy, you ain't got no protection. You just out there. Oh, man.
And now on the other side of the ball, defensively holding this Southern team to just 3 points. I mean,
oh, there you go with the shirt. Yeah,
what can you say about those guys?
Really mad we didn't get the shutout. Had a couple of long drives there in the third quarter. We got to look at what led to that. They made a heck of a play on 4th and long, so I got to tip my hat to them. But those guys, defensively, they just continue to come to work. They work hard during the week. We don't let the noise from the outside get into our heads. We won't know what we are until the end. Really proud to be their coach, proud of our staff for getting those guys ready to go.
Man, listen, man. That.
And I don't know why people be feeling like I'm hurt or something. Like, I've been over
you
it.
You picked Prairie View.
Huh?
You picked Prairie View.
Right. Did y'all not see? I've been off this since I got my ass whooped over in Atlanta. Never have I ever come on here like that. And it's been over with for me ever since.
Yeah, that's fair.
So,
I don't think you picked
people just be wanting to see me. They think I'm just, Southern lost, man. Shit, I've been told y'all what this is. And shout out to Coach Tremain Jackson. I like that type of talk. That's what got me interested in the first place when that whole Texas Southern PV was going back and forth.
Yeah.
I've been with it ever since. He came in my trap and took over my trap and then told me he took my trap.
Dog, listen, it's this ball right here for me.
And our kids took that.
This is a scary PV team. Do you feel like your team did that today?
Yeah, happy homecoming.
You know what this reminds me of, B? You know when in the South when people say, bless your heart, bless his heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, that happy homecoming is like F you. You know what I'm saying? Like, when your opponent says it, yeah, happy homecoming. Yeah.
And you felt like that was directed straight to me, huh?
That was to you. That is so directly at you, bro. I don't care what nobody say. He is talking to you, okay? Happy homecoming.
Happy homecoming, Coach Jackson.
Oh,
had me out there standing in the rain.
Oh, man, that was funny.
I didn't even go over when they played the alma mater. I was just walking around like, God damn.
Just goddamn.
Yeah.
All right. Wait.
No.
You good?
Yeah.
All right. You already know what it is. Breaking news. Southern University head coach Terrance Graves has been let go. 1-6 start to the Jaguars season. I believe he's 10-10 or 10-11, something like that. His overall record. Now I want to give some details on this. He was due $250,000 for a buyout before January 1st. If Southern lets him finish out the season after January 1st, he would have just been due $75,000. I thought they were going to let him go through the process, finish out, each his own, but they decided to cut bait with him early. Perry, what is your thoughts on Terrance Graves being let go?
I think, first of all, in all honesty, people got to understand the bottom line is selling tickets. especially for Southern University. And when you have this home schedule that Southern had this year with a Bama State, with a Jackson State, with a FAMU, with a Texas Southern, Prairie View for homecoming, when you have that type of schedule, that's the type of schedule that you hear that you want to have sellouts. And if you don't have sellouts, you want to be damn close to it. You want a high interest from a fan base. So far, Southern hadn't won a home game this year. They've lost to Bama State, Jackson State, and now Prairie View. That's the bottom line that Southern, knowing moving forward, the interest is Southern fans not looking to nothing else to maybe, just maybe, the Bayou Classic now. And you remember them old ladies I told you about when I walked out that stadium when Dooley lost that game that day? Remember that story?
Yeah, I remember that.
Them old ladies was back in action this week.
In the rain. In the rain.
What? Play the video for me.
Oh, man.
This what they
as long as I don't threaten him, I can say what I want. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
We sick and tired of that nigga there. We sick and tired of him. And guess what? It's gonna be us to take that Negro out that seat.
That's all I kept hearing. That's all I was hearing, Scotty. Everywhere I turned, everywhere I looked, that's what I was hearing.
Oh, my goodness.
So, in all honesty, though, let's listen to this. At Southern University, you have to at least have a winning product out on the field. And like any program, you can take a loss, but it's how you lose. Not only is it how you lose, it's what you say to the media as you're speaking to the fans. You know, just like I know, how often have we heard Terrance Graves speak to the media, and how often has it sounded like hitting record, hit play, hit rewind, hit play again, hit rewind, hit play. No matter the outcome of the game.
Same thing.
It's the same thing. Hey, we're going to look at some things, adjust schematically. You know, we came out fired up and guys came ready to go at practice today. You know, next team, whoever it is, got a good team ready to come in here, and we're going to be ready to go. And it was like that same issue haunted Eric Dooley because he did not know how to talk to the media, because what happens is when you're talking to the media, you think you're talking to them, but you're not realizing, just like how we're talking right now, I'm talking into a lens of thousands of people who's going to be listening and watching.
Absolutely.
So it's not about the people that's asking me the questions. It's about the people who are going to be at home that's going to be listening to my response to those questions. Your job as a head coach is just like the football team. Even in our low, how do you pull me back? How do you build my morale up? Because just like with football teams, when they hit lows, how do you energize and get guys back into it to say the game ain't over yet?
Absolutely.
Don't look at the clock. Don't look at the scoreboard. Just go and do what I asked you and let the last play be the last play and focus on the next play. The bottom line was Southern had a hell of a home schedule this year, coming off a SWAC championship appearance last year. No matter how people want to see that the SWAC West was bad, still is bad, Southern was there. You do not come back the next season and look the way that Southern's had so far the worst start since 1971. So
wow.
For a lot of you sorry teams that's out there who've been accustomed to dealing with a record like this, 1971, the last time Southern's had an opportunity, the last time Southern started a season this bad. And at the end of the day, for me, these guys have been around long enough because he was here when Dooley was here.
Facts.
He was here after Dooley. So it ain't like he just started last year. These guys that are here in this program as the coaches have been here, going on 4 years now? I still don't know what Southern's identity is, honestly, offensively and defensively. And one of the things that it started with when I heard him last week talking about quarterback play, he talked about the quarterbacks. Hey, I got a guy who showed up 8 days before. I got guys, they basically learning on the job. Well, you recruited them. And for me, when you run an offensive scheme, this is where I talk about the difference of a team and a difference of a program. Now, Scotty, if you run an offensive scheme and this is what we want, we go after certain players that particularly fit that scheme. So when one go down, you cannot tell the difference of the next that's coming up because everybody fits the scheme that we run.
Absolutely.
Cameron McCoy within himself is a dual threat quarterback that can beat you with his legs, but not the greatest passer. We really don't know what Ashton Strother is because we still figuring him out. But we know right now he's not the most mobile guy, and you're looking for him to do it with his arm. And then Jalen Woods is just a flat-out pocket passing quarterback. Well, offensively, what is your scheme? Because, like, if something happens to one of those quarterbacks and you say, well, we can't go change, what are we doing? Because if the scheme ain't changing, but you don't have the personnel to fit nothing that you're running.
That's good. That's good, P. That's good.
And that's the part I don't understand, where you got these different types of personnel, but don't nobody fit your scheme. If number one goes down, then number two don't quite fit the scheme.
That's
so
right.
What are we building? It's like we just plucking and we dropping, you throwing it on the wall, and you hope it sticks. And so for me, I think that's the biggest issue here. What are you building? And does it look like you building something? And I think now that you take the time and look at it, it don't look like it's anything being built. It just looked like, hey, let's find some things, put it in. And I think at the same time, this is his first time actually being a head coach. Southern is not a place to learn how to be a head coach. It's too much pressure. You can take a 1-6 start somewhere, let's take a Bethune-Cookman. Hey, he's figuring it out. Hey, he just took us to the championship last year. Oh, he's rebuilt.
They'll give him time to get it back together. Yeah.
You cannot do that at Southern. This is not the place with the fan base and the heat and the media coverage that you get consistently. In Baton Rouge, it's LSU and Southern. In most places, they don't even get media coverage. So to be able to have that, you have to be prepared to take what comes with the job. And it ain't a place for the faint of heart. It ain't a place to learn. You got to come to Southern ready to go. You got to come to Southern knowing how to talk to the media, because the media is going to be whether the fan base are on your side or not. Eric Dooley went wrong going against the media, and the media turned against him. Now, I'm not saying Terrance Graves did anything to go against it, but he damn sure wasn't winning nobody over, saying the same things over and over. And unfortunately, it put him in a position. And it's how Southern has lost this year. Blowouts.
Oh, galore. Yeah, blowouts galore.
Every game except the Mississippi Valley game.
Yeah.
And every game literally was the same thing. First half, play good ball. All right, you in the game. Second half, you don't know what happened to the team.
Yeah, that's fair.
And from what I heard from a lot of Southern fans as well, when you look at a coach, cussing and yelling ain't going to get it done these days. Getting the team and cussing and yelling, that ain't going to get it done. You got to go coach these guys up, man. And at Southern, you got to be ready to coach them up, because the fan base comes to spend their money to buy tickets, to tailgate, to travel. And when Southern is good, the fan base will do it. Just ask Jackson State once they got back on track. You saw what happened with the energy that was put back into the program, the energy and the life that was put back into the school, and everything built off of that, including the band. Southern is that same, just waiting for that great moment to be good again. And when I say good, I'm talking about dominating fashion. And if you come to Southern, you're not able to do that. We got football fans. They know what they're watching out there.
Yeah. I think the thing for me is I don't agree with people saying that Southern's a rebuild. In this day and age of college football, there is no such thing as a rebuild. It's just not, right? You might have to reload. You might have to evaluate talent better. But in this day and age of college athletics, there is no such thing, in my personal opinion, as a full rebuild unless your program has not been around for the last 10 to 15 years, or you're just starting a brand new program, right? And with the name of Southern, with the facilities of Southern, with the money that Southern has behind it, there is no such thing as a rebuild for this program. You cannot tell me no different. And being in the Baton Rouge area, again, there is no such thing as a rebuild in Louisiana. There's just not, especially when you have it's a football-centric, it's in the middle of a football-centric area where you have Alabama, Mississippi, Texas, Arkansas, you know what I'm saying? Like Oklahoma, like you're probably 200 miles away from all of the football hotbeds you can probably ask of. And if you want to go all the way to Georgia into Florida, then that's your cup of tea. And Mississippi got all the goddamn JUCOs you could possibly think of, right? So again, there is no such thing as a rebuild for Southern. If you're asking a coach, a day one coach that is proven and has won, all you're asking him to do is make your team competitive in year one. That's it. Instead of losing to Jackson 35-7, lose 35-21, 35-28, because then we can build on that, right? If you're losing to Prairie View 24-3, lose to Prairie View 24-21 in your first year, 24-20, 17-7, right? Like, make it look like something. Make us look like we have some competence. My issue with this team is they look incompetent. That is my biggest issue with whatever Terrance Graves was doing. Him, Fred, none of them deserve to be interim head coaches. Not Fred, not Mark, none of them deserve to be anything. In this Fred McNair train, that shit needs to be off the trails because he hasn't done anything. We'll see what it looks like as him as the interim head coach. But this team has just looked incompetent in every form and faction of how they display this football team. And Perry, you made a great point. How can you have 3 different style quarterbacks and you don't even have the competency to do a different style of offense for either one? Everybody runs the same thing. If you have Cam McCoy in the game, it should be more of a run-heavy based option, reverses, wing T. It should just look different. And then when Jalen Woods gets in the game, it should be more spread out, more throw it around the yard or whatever you want to have it, right? And that's not what I've seen from this team. So for me, I think it goes into my next point. What's next for Southern, right? And I'm a pitch it to you. I'm a toss it to you, P. But I'll say this: when I think of what's next for Southern, it's only 2 routes for me. It's either a solid coach that has either won something or has been competitive either at the D1 level or the D2 level. I don't think you can go an assistant. I wouldn't go assistant. I wouldn't go. It's either got to be celebrity or a solid head coach that has won at his level, either playoff level or championship level winning. It can't be I think maybe, we're going to give up. Nah, you can't play with it anymore. You can't play with that anymore. So for me, that would be my thing. But for you, Perry, what are you looking for in the next head coach at Southern University?
I got a short list already. I've been working on my short list all year. I was ready to unveil it, but as long as I had a head coach, I was trying to believe in him. So I didn't want to give my short list. And my short list has white and black.
Talk to me. Hey, even better. Even better. Talk to me.
And all my coaches are already on the FCS level. I'm not looking for anything huge. I'm not looking for anything out the way. I'm not even looking for a celebrity. I'm looking for a winner.
Hey, okay, so when you give me one name, I'll bring him up on the list so people can see who you're talking about. I know you got all the stats behind it, but I just wanted to put a face to the name.
You can pull it up. We can look at it. So let's start first.
Go ahead.
I got to also put my man Dawson Odoms in the hunt. I want to start there.
I don't got to bring that face up. Go ahead.
I want to put my man Dawson Odoms in the hunt first. Some people may not like it, but he did pick us up when we were at our low in 2012. We were at our low under Stump Mitchell in 2012. And he picked us up and he won the championship. And this is the part, and I'm going to start with this because it's going to get better, y'all.
Okay.
But because I like Dawson Odoms and I like what he was doing here at Southern. Southern was physical. Southern had some of the best football players ever in Southern history.
And
the all-time leading quarterback, Austin Howard, the all-time leading running back, and the all-time leading SWAC running back, Leonard Tillery, the all-time leading wide receiver, and Willie Quinn, the all-time leading kickoff return, Willie Quinn. Danny Johnson went to the league, and there were plenty other host of players. And think about it. We went 4 years with no spring football. Y'all got spring football for many of your teams and still sorry as hell and ain't even competed for a championship. We went 4 years without spring football. The same thing as well as having to start and do it with a walk-on program. Because you were dealing with APR, so you couldn't go out and get the best players. You had to develop what you have, and I think that's what we're missing right now, the development. Jatari Carter, who went to play for the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, he's still playing.
So that's what I'm saying. He's the 3rd all-time winningest coach in Southern University history.
I give you that, but I also want to say that staff was unreal.
That
staff. And Perry, if you could break down that staff that he had, that is pretty much everybody's become a head coach at this point in time. But break down some of the staff people that he had on that staff as well when he was at Southern.
I mean, let's just take Chennis Berry, who started off as the offensive line coach, went to co-offensive coordinator, and then took over as offensive coordinator. One thing Southern fans did like about Chennis Berry and being with this Dawson Odom style, Southern was physical with that offensive line.
Yeah.
Southern kept an offensive line all SWAC first team, second team every single year. And what you said, Scotty, if you want to know how to run the ball,
if you think you can run the ball, you can't, because Southern does it 10 times better. Yeah, that was my slogan. That was
the scheme.
Yeah.
It was a physical brand of football, but a lot of people didn't like it because they want the ooh and the ah.
Yeah.
Running the ball, running football ain't all that attractive to the people who come for the excitement of the ooh and ah. But for the football fan, you have an appreciation for the scheme of watching when you dominate somebody. You remember that Jackson game that spring?
Oh, that was nasty.
Just completely dominating in the second half.
Yeah.
That may not be interesting to watch, but it is. You just can't take nothing away from it. Take Trey Oliver. Came in from North Carolina A&T, was a position coach. He comes to Southern and becomes the defensive coordinator.
Yep.
Southern then has some of the best defensive backfield in HBCU and FCS football. Both these guys, Chennis Berry ended up going to be the coach at Benedict, took them somewhere, and then went to South Carolina State. Trey Oliver left, went to North Carolina State. Both these guys played for a Black College National Championship already. And then you think of Matt Leone, who was the quarterback's coach.
He's the offensive coordinator with Trey Oliver right now, and he's killing it.
Dialing it up. So I get the staff, but hey, who put the staff together? Who kept it? Who made it work?
Yeah.
And I just like what Odoms was able to accomplish, because a lot of people who say hell no, who don't like him, they really don't understand what APR did to Southern during those years where we were still competing for championships. And whether everybody was pissed about Alcorn, you pissed about every team now, ain't it? Can't beat no damn body. So Dawson Odoms for me would be on my short list as well, because he's the third all-time winningest coach in Southern University history behind A.W. Mumford, Pete Richardson.
That's tough. That's respect.
Who else won a championship outside of them two within the past, 50 years? I don't understand why people have their hate, but I got to throw Dawson Odom's name in the book, because it ain't like he wanted to leave. Who gonna turn down 6 years for show money somewhere?
Yeah.
Over $1 million. You'll be a fool.
You're right. Especially when the place you want to stay at is not offering you anything close to it. Yeah.
I mean, you gonna take it, whether you think you can win or not. We've seen this in college football. How many coaches have gone somewhere and saw the money and the writing on and took the money and was like, hey, I don't give a fuck if I win or lose. Hey, I'm guaranteed at the end of the day
to walk.
I know what I'm getting myself into.
Yeah.
He had to take the money. I don't blame him. Would you have taken it?
I would have been gone. When I got my check,
say on Friday,
boy, when I got my check, I know I said I'd never leave the hood. I know that's what I said. When I got my check, I was gone.
I
was gone.
Paid for the house cash.
That's why I'm the king around here.
The king. He the king in his neighborhood. He got the check. Now Michael Vick dealing with it.
Oh boy, and he's dealing with it. And Michael dealing with it.
Dawson Odom's on my short list. I would accept him to come back. I like Dawson Odoms. I really do.
Right.
I can appreciate a coach who got us and navigated us through our dark years. And for a lot of people who don't appreciate it, you just simply don't know what it takes to run a football program, because you know what it's like not to have spring football.
No,
why everybody else developing and playing, but you still have all these greats. I got another name for you. Here go my first white coach. You ready? Right. Bobby Wilder.
Oh, from Tennessee Tech.
Tennessee Tech.
Okay.
I'll let you pull him up.
Yeah. Let me see here. Okay. Let me go.
You can go to the official Tennessee Tech.
I got you.
Yeah.
I like the AI mode. The AI mode brings up his record, and you can talk to him, and I'll keep it. I'll just keep it, going as you talk.
Well, Bobby Wilder is the head football coach at Tennessee Tech. Last year, they won a share of the Big South Ohio Valley Conference. He's found success. They ranked in the top 25 right now, 7-0. He's built something there. He's building something. He was there last year, came in first year, 7-5, and now he's undefeated this year. He's previous stops at Old Dominion. His overall record is 84-61 coming out of last year. He's been a coach of 12 years, and I like what he's building there. I'll let y'all go do your own homework on this guy, but I'm making sure that you understand who he is.
All right. What do you think? Let me see. Let me see what Bobby. Wow.
Let's go to the school website.
I want to see his salary though.
Huh?
I want to see his salary. Let me see. 250 as a Tennessee Tech. So that's what it said. Annual raise 250. And they just extended him to 2029, so he probably got a little bit more money. All right, let me go to the website.
Cause see, I don't think like everybody else do. The way I'm gonna go is gonna go.
Yeah, he's getting paid 250. I like how they just got that right, nice and neat like that, just on the internet. Thank you, Tennessee Tech. You know, black people be trying to hide their stuff, like we should know what you're getting paid. Let me see.
What you looking for?
I'm trying to get to this.
His bio?
Yeah.
You just type in Tennessee Tech head football coach. Tennessee
did.
Tech coaching staff.
I did. Let me see. Bobby Ward, Tennessee Tech coaching staff.
Oh, you got to go back. Go back.
I'm telling you, I typed
Take out Bobby Wilder and salary. Just type in Tennessee Tech coaching staff. Tennessee Tech football coaching staff.
There you go. All right, there we go.
There you go. This is Bobby Wilder.
Oh man, okay. Pretty good. I like how they got the years of him as a coaching record. Leans towards aggressive. He says his coaching philosophy leans into an aggressive offense and stingy defense. And during his time at ODU, he delivered results. I'm grateful to be commitment to Tennessee Tech. We won a conference championship in our first season together, and we are hungry for more. Yeah. So I know Blue is really high. I know Blue is
Bobby Wilder.
Yeah, I know Blue's really high on Bobby Wilder.
You might be surprised that I even threw this name out there then.
Yeah.
Bobby Wilder, he's on my short list, second to Dawson Odoms. I got another one for you.
All right, talk to me.
Mike Jacobs. Mercer.
Jacobs Mercer.
Another white guy for you.
All right, here we go. Mike Jacobs, a 22-year collegiate veteran coach, was a compiled of an 85-20 record across head coaching stops at Notre Dame, Ohio. Lenore Ryan and Mercer boast the nation's sixth best winning percentage among active coaches in NCCU. That's a damn good pick. He said, I am very surprised. That's my guy, though. That's Bobby Wilder. He's talking about Bobby Wilder. This isn't a bad one right here, P.
I've been doing my homework.
Yeah. The Bears open up Mike Jacobs' era with a record 6 straight wins on the way to an 11-3 record to run the quarterfinals in the FCS playoffs. Wow. Yeah. Because I don't think before Mercer was a black head coach, right?
And they wasn't hitting no shit.
They weren't doing nothing. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
I'm gonna tell you the guy who I really want.
Who you really want, P?
This who's at the top of my list.
Talk.
Joel Taylor, University of West Georgia.
I've heard his name come up a couple times.
This is the guy who I want.
Yeah, he's from South Carolina State. He's a South Carolina State alum.
South Carolina State.
Yeah, Joel Taylor.
This is the guy who I think ought to be the next head football coach at Southern University.
I love
a lot of people ain't even ever heard of him because you didn't do your homework. And all you thinking about is the Jabbar Jaloops and all these names that you've been hearing everybody else yell. But you got to do your homework on this stuff. This guy right here at the University of West Georgia who's transitioning from Division II. He was the defensive coordinator at Mercer. He comes over to the University of West Georgia. This program is changing, going from D2 to D1. He goes 4-7 in year one, but you got to look at the teams that they play. Guess what? He brought that University of West Georgia team to Louisiana this year and beat the hell out of Nichols.
Y'all got smoked by Nichols.
And at one point, he was in the top 25 this year in the FCS. This is a guy that I believe is a program builder. I believe this guy right here can get it done at Southern. If you want to read some about him, that's fine.
It says his most recent position is coming to Carrollton to the UWG in the Division I era was at Mercer University, where he was a defensive coordinator. Regardless, one of the top defensive coordinators in the FCS, Taylor completely transformed Mercer's defense in his 4 seasons in Macon. I think, if I'm not mistaken, was he there with the black coach?
No, he was there with the white coach.
Oh, he was there with the white one. Okay. His tenure at Mercer culminated with a second-round appearance in the FCS playoffs in 2023 as the Bears qualified for postseason for the first time in program history and won their first ever appearance over Gardner-Webb in the game. The Bears surrendered just one touchdown, winning 17-7. Taylor has a defensive success everywhere he's coached, including his one season as defensive coordinator at Lenoir Ryan. There, Taylor led the Bears defense. Hey, that defense was nasty. I do remember that Lenoir Ryan defense. That was crazy. No, this is a great pick right here. This is a great pick. I've heard this name come up a few times. I believe he's getting paid about $170 at UWG, West Georgia. So
and for me, he's a black guy that's successful on the FCS level.
Yeah.
He's having success in year 2 doing shit that Southern ain't did with a year 2 program in the FCS. And playing a really tough schedule. Has had them ranked at one point. And he's building something that on top of, guess what? He got that HBCU tie everybody wants.
That's what everybody wants. That is what everybody, at the end of the day, to make the blacks feel comfortable, that's what everybody wants. They want the black guy. Now, I wouldn't be mad at any of those white coaches, but I think Joe Taylor is the number one choice outside. I have heard Marshall Faulk, but I think you just got to go get a football coach.
This is a football coach. This is a program guy. I've listened to him in interviews speak. When he speaks, he talks about football. It's not that quick response. He's literally talking to you about football. And we know in this league, you can build off of defense. And if you can have one of the top defense, we ain't talking SWAC good.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking FCS, regarded as one of the best D coordinators. And now the work that he's doing at West Georgia. So right now, that's my short list. I don't think it's too shabby.
I know. I think it's a damn good short list.
And everybody's proven. They've either won a playoff game or something on the highest level in terms of FCS.
Yeah, I think you just did Roman Banks' job, if I'm being honest. I don't think any national search that Roman Banks talks about is going to have those 2 white guys on it or 3 white guys or how many white boys you had on there. I know he ain't looking at Bobby. I know he's probably not looking at Jacobs. And it's probably going to have Joe Taylor on it. It's probably going to have your usual HBCU guys, your Maurice Flowers, your Teddy Keatons. It's going to be those usual suspects. But I think for Southern, and to me, I really believe, and I do believe that Miss Campbell was trying to get Joe to come to South Carolina State, if I'm not mistaken, before Chennis Berry got that job. But that's neither here nor there. But, you know, I just know that people feel more comfortable with the black dude. But, you know, Alcorn is showing you them white dudes can come into this space and really take hold and use it. And listen, if they come in and dominate 3-4 years, it's a stepping stone to get to a Tulane, to get to a ULM, a ULL, or whatever, you know, whatever surrounding programs are looking to go in that direction. Because again, they're not limited by their color because they are white.
And what I want, stay within what you know. Find somebody that's good on FCS. You want to be a good FCS program.
Yeah.
Find somebody who understands FCS football. Find somebody who understands what it takes to recruit on the FCS level.
Yeah.
Find someone who understands what the transfer portal looks like on the FCS level currently. And that's what I like all of these guys in terms of the success that they've had. All of them have been winners. All of them have had success. All of them have had top 25 FCS programs. And to me, that's 2 white coaches, that's 2 black coaches. That's my 4 right now on my short list. I put those guys up against anybody, even including Dawson Odoms, because I cannot negate the fact of the success that he had in the SWAC. I think everybody's starting to realize Norfolk not an easy job. I don't give a damn who you put in the head coaching position.
Facts. That's big fact.
Norfolk's just a tough spot, but at the end of the day, he was a really damn good coach in this SWAC. And then when I look at those other guys, they can be great on the FCS level because they're able to do it now where they at. And I can think about if you get them here, get them to be Tennessee Tech as good as they are. Ain't nobody watching them on TV. Mercer, as good as they are, ain't nobody watching them on TV. University of West Georgia, ain't nobody watching them on TV.
Right.
So imagine if you could put them in a program that has the resources as well as the television side. SWAC TV, HBCU Go TV, ESPN, and whatever else you want to be on. You can sell that so much more. And help me get my facilities going. Help take me, get out that mindset of everybody else in the SWAC that ain't never been outside of the SWAC. You just know how to do SWAC shit.
That's fair.
So that's how I feel about it.
I like Isaiah on that one. Dawson needs to take the UAPB job. I think that'd be a great.
That's my second point right there. So I tell you a story about UAPB.
Go ahead, talk to me.
They told me to stay out their business the first time when they were looking for a coach out of Doc Gamble. I tried everything I could to push Chennis Berry to UAPB.
Really?
I really did. I went out my way to push Chennis Berry to UAPB coming out of Benedict. I had got messages from people from UAPB alum telling me stay out of their business. You know, we can do what we gonna do. If you think he's such a good coach, why Southern not getting him? I said, okay. All right. You got nothing to do with it. But I really am trying to push. If Dawson Odoms don't get the job back to come back at Southern, I do believe he ends up in the SWAC. UAPB, I think, needs a Dawson Odoms. Somebody who can do a lot with a little.
The only thing I would say, I agree with you on that. I think I think for the Dawson Odoms and the Fred McNairs, you have to go to a situation like that to show that you are a rebuilder of a program before you start looking at these big time jobs and that might come open later down the line. Like if I'm Grambling, I'm not going to get a Dawson Odoms. I'm just not, because I'm just not. You know what I'm saying?
UAPB is a place of the type of brand of football he's trying to build.
And they'll let them build it.
The program.
And they'll let them build it. They'll let them build it. Happily.
And the thing about it is, he'll give you the steps of what year one is supposed to be, year two is supposed to be, year three. He did it at Norfolk. They just wasn't ready to go through the process because they didn't want to lose out on the chance of Michael Vick. But you can do that at Pine Bluff.
Yeah.
I think that's the only thing right now that's hampering Alonzo Hampton. Nobody's knowing what he's building from year one to year two now into year three. We don't quite understand what it is he's trying to do. Do you?
I don't.
I don't either. And he looks frustrated. In year three, he looks frustrated. He looks almost over it. So, hey,
I would like to see the D2 coach at Arkansas with Harding. I think it's Harding. I would like to see him come up to UAPB. I would like to see that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think he's right in your backyard. He understands what it looks like. As well as I know Zoe has brought up the JUCO. I think somebody from it's like right down the street from Jackson or something like that, like an East community or something that he's been building a powerhouse. I think something like that he's been doing really, really well down in that JUCO area. And that could be a play for that as well. So
you are the only participant in the conference. All participants are muted.
That's what it is. Hines. Yeah, Hines
Community College. Yeah.
Yeah, Chris Jones.
So if I was athletic director today at Southern, and you know, people always ask me, man, why they don't listen to you? I don't have a clue. I'm not saying I'm the smartest man in the world. I'm not saying I got all the answers, but if anybody know me and y'all have seen me here, y'all know I do my homework. I've been studying. I look at guys. I court you. I want to know. Hey, I call you like you're a recruit all day, man. What you doing? What you up to? So, hey, look, I'm telling you what, we just added to the program. Then let me tell you what, I just talked to a donor today. Like, I want to sell the program, but I don't have time for nobody trying to figure out how to win. I want a guy that knows how to win. So even if something happens, he leaves the program, he leaves it better because those guys, what we've gotten thus far, we do more for them than what they've done for us. When Dooley left the program, what happened that left us in a better place than when he got there?
Definitely did not. It definitely.
Terrance Graves today, unfortunately, loses his job. What do we lead the program today than when he got there?
You don't. He doesn't.
That's what I'm looking for in the coaching. When I look at these guys, all of these guys, what their resumes say, top in FCS, won a playoff game, top 25. That's who we are. We can't ignore that. And you in a state filled with FCS football. Nichols, Southeastern, McNeese, Northwestern State, Grambling State. That's 5 programs, FCS with it. So how you got to recruit against these guys? You got to play against these guys? And all of them can say the same thing. Southern, boy, we've been whooping Southern ass for a minute. So if you're going to be an FCS program, go out and get a guy that's an FCS guy, and don't get a guy that you just think know the SWAC. It ain't all about the SWAC every time. That's what's gotten us here today.
You're fair. That's fair. Let me get to Smash real quick. He said he wanted to call in and give a point. You know, he had Dawson Modems guys as well. Smash, coming to you.
Whoa, good with y'all, man.
What's good, Smash? Talk to us.
Hey, Perry, man, you spitting, dog. You really doing niggas' job for them, bro. All this research
Facts.
and everything, and that's some big coaches, man. I tell you this, I'm a huge Dawson Odom fan, but I tell y'all this, I would like him to come back to the SWAC. I just don't want to be on the other side of the field from him. If I'm Southern, I really don't. And y'all talk that shit. Imagine if Odom's go to Alcorn. Maybe we can beat them, get over the hump. Maybe imagine what that nightmare would look like if he turned them around to be a winning team.
That's not a bad.
And then give him everything.
That's not a bad look, Smash. I'm not. I know what some Alcorn fans would be like, but I think that's not a bad, because again, I don't think Alcorn is a very desirable job. So to me, it's like you got to go get a guy that wants to be there or understands what it looks like. That's why I thought Fred McNair was a perfect fit, because he loved Alcorn and he was going to do everything right by Alcorn. But I do agree with you. I think a Dawson Odom at Alcorn would be tough.
I don't want to see him across the field from Southern is what I'm saying. Like a UAPB too. That's a great fit for him too. And I'm just thinking, dog, imagine if Odom would have had Trey Howley. Do you understand what we're doing, Perry? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's just not my spirit. There's some great coaches you name, you know what I'm saying? I just want to win at this point. But when we talk about bringing Odom back to the SWAC, dog, like, that can it give me nightmares just to be on the other side of it. You're right, Perry. You're right, Scott. It never looked pretty. We always ran the ball. But we run that bit down your throat all game. You know what I'm saying? The other thing, too, he the last coach we had to beat Jackson. You know what I'm saying? He got something to hang his hat on. You know what I'm saying? He didn't go out on a bad note. He didn't go out on a losing season. I would rather say I'd rather lose the championship. We couldn't get past the Alcorn hump. But I'll be damned if they go back and pick him up and beat our ass with him. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to bring another point. You know what I'm saying? I'm a huge Odom fan. Any one of them guys, Perry, I think they'll be good. But I'm going Odom. People might like hearing it, but I like the win. And he know the Southern culture as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's my time, yo.
Appreciate it, Smash. If we're because listen, I think Said might get another year, but if we're just playing this role, if I'm Alcorn, my top guy is Alvin Parker from Virginia Union. You know what I'm saying? Or Henry Frazier from Virginia State. Like, those are be my top two guys, because especially at Virginia Union, there's nothing in Virginia Union. Like I don't know if people really there's really nothing there, right? So how he's built that program and how he's built the offense. Like, I'm not a fan of the offense because it's a really run heavy style. I hate that, me personally, but I think it wins. And I think it would be I think Alvin Parker to a Alcorn would be a great fit, because one, the style of play he's going to have. He's going to run the ball down your throat. Like, it just is what it is. And he has a good job of finding running backs. But we're talking about Southern right now. KP, coming to you.
Wow, what's up, baby? What's up with it?
What's good, man? You was about 2 or 3 weeks ago, you was talking real greasy like Terrance Graves was gonna turn it around, and now he out.
Hey man, that wasn't me, man. You got the wrong guy. You got the wrong KP. That was KP on the other side of the town.
Okay. Oh, all right.
God, Alvin was trying to get that boy out that position, man. That position was too big for him, man. Life's too big for him. Life's too bright for that boy, man.
Okay.
But man, Perry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I said talk to me. Talk to us.
Perry, man, you did a wonderful job, man. You should be SUAD, my guy. You should be putting your name in that hat, bro. You did what ADs across the board, not even at Southern, just across the SWAC board should be doing.
Facts.
My pick, man. I like Odoms. Don't get me wrong. I just can't get over the fact that he didn't beat the guy that we currently have on the staff, which is Fred McNair. Like, he didn't beat Fred, and I don't see what Fred currently right now has anything that's showing me that he can just run the SWAC. Like, he can't. I don't think Fred can beat a TC. I don't think Fred can beat a Tremain. I don't think Fred can beat. I'm looking across the board on the coaches in the SWAC. That white man who you named, I don't even know that man. I just know he coming with creativity. He coming with schemes. He coming with something that Fred probably don't even know about, or anybody in the SWAC. Because I just think that we just need Southern University. We still stuck with everybody else. I think whoever that school, and I think it's Jackson, and it's not, and I'm trying to break it down. Remember when Pete came in the SWAC and he brought the run and shoot offense or the hurry up offense? It was something new. Nobody else in the SWAC was doing that. He set the bar. Everybody had to catch up. And then everybody caught up to Pete. And I think Odoms came with another style. McNair and the white man from Alcorn came with another style. Like it's the coach who always brings something new to the conference that runs the conference. And I think we just need new blood to bring some new innovative things to this conference that's gonna set us apart from any other school in the SWAC. And that's just my opinion. Odoms is good, but I'm like, man, we've been on that horse before. We already know what it's gonna look like. It is gonna take them time to rebuild. Versus, I think, man, the white man, I ain't never seen a game film on that guy, but I just know he got scheme. The scheme play is what's gonna count in this conference when you ain't got that talent, in my opinion. But I'm gonna let it land and let y'all dive in that. But good show, man. I appreciate you taking my call, bro. Man, we need that white man. Put that on that white man head, man. Let's get that white man. Let's get on get this SWAC championship. Get on back rolling how we beat. All right, man.
Appreciate it. Listen, I just love the fact that they like, I don't know nothing about his scheme, but that white man gonna do something different. That is hilarious to me. That white man gonna do something different.
All we know is anytime you can win in other conferences aside from the SWAC and have your team in the FCS top 25, what more do you got to tell me at Southern? Because we can't even beat no other FCS teams outside of the SWAC.
That's fair.
We done fell short against the MEAC and anybody in the state of Louisiana. The way we got our ass whooped by Nichols last year.
Yeah. Oh, that was disgusting.
And then the way we let the game fall apart against McNeese in the second half. And then the way we just, Jackson State, who is a FCS top 25 team, the way it looks when we played that top 25 team.
Yeah.
Give me somebody that can build something and know what it takes on the FCS level. And no matter who you coaching against, no matter who the team is, we ain't trying to just be SWAC good. I've been longing for a long time, wanting a long time to brag about a victory against somebody in the state of Louisiana, not named Grambling goddamn State. I've watched us play every school in the state except Southeastern. And guess who's on the schedule next year?
Southeastern.
No, we got to go to Nichols.
Oh, I like that matchup, though.
Well, that's why I like Joel Taylor.
Yeah.
He brought West Georgia and beat the hell out of Nichols this year. Program builder, guys.
Yeah, I agree.
If you can find success in year 2, turning the team from D2 to D1, I can see you building. And it's a tough schedule. That conference they're playing a top 25. I think for the past 3 weeks, they've had to play a top 25 team in FCS. Joel Taylor, for me, is at the top of the list, but I could definitely go Mike Jacobs, Bobby Wilder. Those two for sure.
Yeah.
And then if I want that old thing back, I'm looking at Dawson Odoms like, I'm sorry how we did you, bro. We did you wrong, bro.
And did you wrong?
Yeah, I knew you was going to bust that one out. But I'll take that. I'll take a Bobby Wilder in the SWAC. I'll take a Mike Jacobs in the SWAC.
Somebody call him Perry. While he's fixing that, let me go ahead and do this promotion. Hey, HBCU Live, listen, go ahead and support. Trying to get bring you a college game day live to your school, man. All the fellas being there. HBCU Live, Our Game Our Way is a real different version of the SWAC Game Time. We're trying to be live on location, giving you a live preview, college game day style atmosphere at your school or your place of tailgating or whatever we got, wherever place we got to be there, right? So you can scan the QR code or you can go in the description below to sign up and donate. We're looking for 200 people to give $100, 400 people to give $50. It doesn't matter. We're just looking for support. We're trying to get our number of $20,000 so we can take care of everything possible so we can do it right and do it above board, man, and give you guys something that you've really been asking for. All right, just looking for your support and grassroots. We appreciate that. I'll drop the link in the chat as well. All right, go back to you.
Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I think I'm going to go get my master's in sports administration. I think I may try to be a AD or something.
Go do that. Yeah. Go do that.
I think that's what I'm going to do.
That'd be tough.
Yeah. Talladega, give me a master's.
let me get that.
One.
Let me get one.
Didn't they give Dion one?
Sure enough did. You got. I mean, you should be something AD tomorrow. Real talk. Now, I saw this. I saw last thing before we move on. I saw a video on Twitter and I retweeted it. A young I was a young man, but a grown man was talking about how he feels that there needs to be a second in command next to Roman Banks that just focuses on football. That they feel like he can't do right by football, and there needs to be a second in command,
a general manager, basically.
Yeah, that could really oversee everything and make the hire for him on his behalf, because he just hasn't been able to do it in that direction. What do you think about that, P?
I'm cool with that. If that's the case, you need somebody with a position like at Southern. You want someone who's hands-on with the football program at all times.
Yeah.
We all know as ADs at HBCUs, you got a lot on your plate. You got to deal. But you want somebody who will be hands-on with football, being able to go out and make things happen for that program, building relations with that program, and saying, Coach, as the ambassador, how can we utilize every asset that we have around us, and how can we open new doors with you and me together? How do we build a footprint, as Coach Oldham used to say, that gas tank philosophy? How do we build a footprint of recruiting within a gas tank of the radius around us? How do we then take our marketing efforts to then take it to the next level? You want somebody there to be able to take up every opportunity to be able to capitalize on this program with a new hire, with the program being built, and report back to the AD, not only once the hire is made, but constantly saying, hey, this is the state of the football program right now. Because football is key. It pays the bills for everything else.
Absolutely.
So if you don't have time, or you're not a football guy yourself, get somebody who's an opportunity to understand the business of it too. Not just the football aspect of it, but the business side. One thing I do like, have you seen the Indianapolis Colts?
Yeah.
Is it the owner? I believe they got a new owner. She's on the sideline with
the headset. Yeah.
And she takes notes to make sure of what she hears and what they're doing. That's called accountability. That's her job. She's making sure everything that they do, she's on top of it. And if something don't go right, she's going to evaluate that and have that conversation with them and let them know what the bottom line is. So, yeah, I think the term will possibly be a general manager. A general manager would be good to, because that's what baseball does, right? That's what other football, national football, you got the general manager, you got the owner, you got the general manager, then you got the football coach.
Absolutely. Shout out to you, Coach Rome, the head coach at the Chicago State University football. I believe they start next year, if I'm not mistaken.
He's the head coach there?
Yeah, they just started that program up not too long ago. So I want to get back to some of these questions. Coach Walker, shout out to you, Jamie. He says, Perry, how tough is it to get players in the Southern grade-wise? Now, I would say this. If you can get players to Mercer, and that's a private school, you can definitely get some Bamas up into Southern University. But go ahead, P.
It's not hard at all. It's about building relationships. One thing I get all the time on my show about people who call in and complain about Southern, they have this notion that Southern don't recruit locally. Southern does recruit locally, but it's how do you sell your program to these kids locally?
Mm-hmm.
Are you just the other school that everybody say you going over to play for the Knicks school? People know they've heard that before.
Yeah,
I'm not making this up. I'm speaking on behalf of the people. It's like when you look at Nichols' success. Nichols, what they say, they recruit the river parishes. For people that don't know, we don't have counties, we got parishes. But the river parishes are things that's south of Baton Rouge, going down towards the swamp into Thibodeau, where Nichols is, and going over towards New Orleans. They recruit that area heavy. I think for Southern grade-wise, we dealt with the worst of it with the APR. It's open door now. And that's the problem where I think not only think more than grade-wise, how are we going to look with a collective? Do we understand collective and NIL?
Mm-hmm.
Do we understand Southern need facilities? And that's the other thing aside from the grades. What do you think is best for you? Me paying a player or me taking that money I can pay a player and put it into facilities? Because we got a weight room. Huh?
I always say facilities.
Facilities. Kids today like the glitz and glamour. They like the whatever. But if you got a weight room and you sharing it with 6, 7 other athletics teams on campus, You don't have nothing that's yours. When you don't have adequate showers and locker room, and you bring kids in there to see that, they're not looking like, damn, this is somewhere I can play. All you got is the stadium and tell them how many people gonna be in there. But you got to do the other things. And for me, before I go out to pay the players, you got to get your house in order first.
I agree.
If you don't get your house in order first, you're not going to have the success that you have. On top of, I think we have to truly invest in someone scouting the transfer portal wholeheartedly. Not just saying, hey, that guy looked like he played good somewhere, let's get him. You need to do your homework, real homework on the transfer portal. Because we see now, you just can't grab guys and pluck them and think, oh, he sounded like he could have the potential somewhere else. Let's bring him in. It don't work that way. You really got to do your homework in the transfer portal. And you really got to do your homework to continue to recruit the young guys that build the culture. Because you're going to have a short lifespan with that transfer portal. Okay, what if that guy at that transfer portal get hurt? What the backups in terms of what you're developing, what do they look like behind this guy? Because if we're not going to rely on anything else, you know what we're going to rely on? The culture.
My thing is this: if you're, since the SWAC is, signed up for this 110 players, you need to be using 110 players. I mean, goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I got an opportunity to get 110 Bamas up in here, I got to figure out how to, if my scholarships was 75 or 65 before, if I get to 80 or 90 kids, do you know what my depth looks like? You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the part of this thing that you got to be. If I'm bringing in 90 kids, they got to be 90 kids that can go, that I can go with, right? And this is what I say. This is the one thing I love about I loved about Gaucher at FAMU. It was easy for him to get money from people because they saw where their money was going, right? So when they would donate and they get all this money from the Rattlers strike and it'd be $5 million, $10 million, or $6 million or whatever, the next couple months, you see a new scoreboard go up. You see a new fence go up. You see a new refinishing of the floors, a new light show, whatever it was. And that gets people excited to say, hey, if we give more, we'll do more. And I have to give credit for Jackson because Mr. Emotional's collective, right? If they're getting top-notch players and they're winning with top-notch players and they're paying these guys, it's easy for people to give more money because they keep reaping the reward off the NIL. Black people have to see it. White people don't have to see it. White people just say, it sounds good. Let me write you a check, right? Black people are visual.
What Mike F say? When you ask a black person for money, he put that secret. Let me tell you about my money, player. I works real hard for my money, player.
You know what I'm saying? And we all know, if you got a cousin that says I got a business and he driving a Honda, you like, oh yeah, okay. But if your cousin roll up in a new Mercedes, what about that little business you was doing? What? It just changes. It changes how you receive that information. And it's the same thing with anything you're doing. If Southern gets a solid, it all starts with winning. If you win, you reap the rewards of winning. PV got 12 fans, so you're not going to see the full effect of what Tremain Jackson was. But if Tremain Jackson was doing what he's doing at PV at Southern, it would be a strip club in Southern University. It would be raining ones. All right, P Valley down there, okay? Just throwing money at them because they talk your shit, Jackson. If Tremain did that, happy homecoming, and beat Alabama State or FAMU, and what? Southern.
And that's the type of swag Southern wants from his coach.
Bro.
We want that. We like that. That's the swag we like. Oh, you whoop their ass for their homecoming, then say happy homecoming?
More money. He can walk up into he could walk into any donor and be like, they write checks ASAP because Southern doesn't have a problem with money. They have a problem with belief, because if I don't believe what you're doing, why would I support you? If I don't believe in Roman Banks, why would I support his decision? I got to see the result of your decision before I believe and put my money behind it, right? So again, it all has to make sense. It all has to fall in line, especially for Black alums and HBCU alums. It has to fall in line to make it make sense. It just does, right? Like I was talking to AD Bryant when I was at A&M, and I'm looking at all the facilities. I said, there's no excuse to lose here, none. There's no excuse. You have no excuse. You have everything. I'm like they got everything here,
and that's why I'm a big fan of Ashley Robinson. I'll say that out publicly. I like somebody who has the confidence that he has to go out and do it. And that positive, that winning confidence, you just can feel it around athletics as a whole. And he has no problem being right there on the sideline, supporting the team and hyping the crowd up and letting them know, hey, it ain't just, I'm in it too.
Yeah, I believe in it too. Yeah, mm-hmm. I believe in it too.
Because it take everybody all hands on deck at a HBCU. We can't we're not the big schools, the Alabama and Georgias, where you can just put that on the coach. It take a collective of everybody, including the AD too. So I like that energy. Hey.
And again,
that's the type of energy I would bring to it. I'm telling you, boy.
And again, it's got to be one or the other, right? Like you can't have, me personally, right? Like you can't have two TC Taylors. Right, TC Taylor's a real kind of like, he's real. I feel like TC and Willie are actually really similar, right? Because like in the public eye, they look real docile, but then when they're around their teams, they're a different character. But Ashley, he gives you that bravado on the sideline, like he is SWAC Diddy on the sideline. You know what I'm saying? Got the blazer, got the he energized because he's a competitor. He plays sports, right? He's a basketball.
And he gonna turn TC up when TC, hey nigga.
You know what I'm saying? This our shit. We run this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's our shit.
And that's why I love the AD from PV. Because golf, he like that with the
Well, I tried to talk to him on the sideline Saturday. He's like, well, I ain't gonna tell you what he said. Hey, but let me tell you.
He with it though. He
is with it all the way. Like you can't even really talk. He's so locked in. He with it all the way.
And you need, again, but he's not it works. Tremain's the public face, but behind closed door golf, he with the shit too. Like,
he with the shit.
That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, because that's his hire, that's his boy. Like, we doing this together, right? So it all works together. So to me, like, I don't know Roman Banks like that, so I can't speak on his demeanor. At the end of the day, Southern cannot mess this up. I want to be very clear. And let me give you the outspoken version, right? The Jaguar Journal version come later, but he can't fuck this up, right? He can't fuck this up. He can't fuck this up.
We can't do it no more.
He can't.
To get me off the train, you know how hard that is?
Listen, I'm just trying to tell you.
Say it one more time for a little louder for the people in the back.
He can't fuck this up. He can't fuck this up. It's very simple. All right, it's very simple. It's no.
How can he fuck it up? Give me a way to fuck it up. How can you fuck it up?
You go get a guy who's never been a head coach.
Oh, that's fucking it up.
That's fucking it up. Like there's only two choices, right? It's either celebrity because of the resources that come with a celebrity, or you go with a certified head coach that has won, and you stole him from somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it is for me. It's either one or the other. You cannot go with a guy who's never been a head coach. You're not in that position. UAPB can, Bethune-Cookman can, Valley can, shit. Who else can? That's it. Yeah. Alcorn can, right? Like they can take chances like that. Right? Texas Southern. You can take chances like that. But the blue, like them heavy FAMUs, Jackson, you can't take. Listen, bro. Hell to the no.
And if you don't go to these coaches like the ones that I named, come up with a comprehensive plan. So when you sit down with him, the same way you want him to tell you what the program is going to be like building year by year, give him a plan of this is what I'm willing to bring to the table year by year to help you. I'm not just going to drop you in here and say, do a lot with nothing.
Yeah.
I can't keep going down that road. Look, man, I want you here because, look, this is what I'm looking to build in 2026 with this program. 2027, this is what I'm looking to have for you. By 2028, you're going to have an indoor facility.
Willie,
by 22, whatever the case may be within that contract time.
So I hate stuff like this.
What's wrong?
This is the outliers. Like come on, man. Like these are outliers. Like TC works with Jackson State. Trey Oliver is an alum of NCCU. Like Willie, Florida, it matches. Like, and he was already head coach at Prairie View, right? Again, he proved himself at Prairie View, and that's what it is. These are outliers. They don't always work out in the same way. If you're Southern, you gotta you're in a rebuilding phase. TC came in a situation, and TC came in a situation. It was a rebuild. It was a retweak because Deion took everything. But the brand that Deion left him was something that he could build off of. Like everybody knew what Jackson was. Everybody knew what Jackson was before when Deion left, and he still had that buzz of Deion. So it was easy to recruit guys. Trey Oliver going back to North Central that's his alma mater. Like he knows the area. He knows what that is. So again, these all work in their own right. But if you're talking about Southern, if Southern went with a let's say a Joel Taylor, whoever, and let's say Joel Taylor gives you 2 SWAC championships, a Celebration Bowl. If you go in a different direction with a younger guy, that's cool. Like after he's built something, that's fine. If you want to go with a young guy, an OC, a Matt Leon to keep it going, or maybe a guy on the staff, a defensive coordinator or something, and you elevate him, that's fine. But no, not after you done fucked it up the last 4 years hiring Dooley and Graves. No, you got to go with the best. In your mind, you have to go with the best sure thing you can. And to me, that would be a guy who's built a program before that you can somewhat get behind and believe in. Joe, coming to you.
What's going on, Scott? What's going on, Pat? I'm going to throw up a coach I could steal that I think would be a great fit down there in Southern. And that's Deshaun Jackson. What y'all think about him?
I would love listen.
Let y'all talk about him. Hang up.
If Southern could steal Deshaun Jackson, I would be at every goddamn homecoming that you could possibly believe in. Deshaun Jackson at Southern University will be outrageous, but I don't believe that Deshaun Jackson will leave. I really do not. I think he really loves Delaware State. I really believe that. But gosh darn it, I sure enough would. Could you imagine all the Southern stuff he would be wearing? And what? Do you know how many recruits you would get in Perry might not be for it, but you know me. I'm all now. I'm not.
I still want to see what he can do once he hit MEAC play. This weekend gonna be a great indication for me.
Yeah, we'll see. It's year one.
I know it is. That's why.
Hold on. He's showing you all you need to see. The Bama got 4 to 5 wins at Delaware State. What are we talking about?
He got that, but then I want to see what that transitions to. Terrance Graves got 8 wins in his first year being a head coach, and then came back the next year.
I mean, Southern didn't go winless. Southern didn't have 2 wins in the last 3 years. That's not what Southern was.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying not necessarily that end. I'm saying, what does a coach look like after year one? Can he be consistent? That's what we talked about with Chennis Berry. They played for the Celebration Bowl.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Finish your point.
Oh, I'm just saying, Deshaun's still figuring it out. I like it. Add him to the list. I'm just saying, I still haven't seen enough of his body of work right now. It's still unfolding in front of us. These other guys already have a body of work that has been consistent everywhere they've gone, whether it was D2 or the FCS. Deshaun still is learning on the job. And I don't know if it's instant success or it is continued success. I don't know what that looks like with him right now. It looks good because it's instant success in a place that has not won.
Instant success at Delaware State is the victory. Instant success at South Carolina State is not the victory. Buddy Pugh left you a damn good team. You brought pieces from Benedict. You're an offensive guy. So Buddy Pugh's a defensive guy, so it worked perfectly. It was like a perfect marriage because half the O-line that Buddy had was freshmen and sophomores when they went to the Celebration Bowl. It was a perfect It was a perfect aligning of all the stars for Chennis Berry. You're talking about Deshaun Jackson getting to Delaware State late and winning 4 to 5. He's probably going to be the second best team in the MEAC in year one.
That's why I want to wait and see with Deshaun Jackson. When I look at the body of work for me, I'm starting to believe in him because you got me believing in him. I told you I didn't think they were going to win a lot of games this year.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
And they're winning games.
I can play you that video back too.
You can. Listen. But I'm just saying, compared to what I see now of the guys that I've looked at, they already proven, whether it's year one, year two, year three, whether it's competing for FCS playoff, whether it's winning a conference, whether it's any of that, building a program. I've seen that. I'm just have not seen enough of Deshaun for me yet to say, come to Southern and figure it out.
The last thing, and we're going to move on because we're supposed to move on, but Marshall Faulk. I know people have talked about Marshall Faulk. I know Marshall Faulk has come on. I'm going to say this. Marshall Faulk is probably the only celebrity coach that I felt like, I don't know if that name really rings bells like people think it rings bells, right? Like, I loved Marshall Faulk growing up. Like, I watched them at, Greatest Show on Turf in Indianapolis and the Rams and all. I don't know if his name rings bells, nor do I think he would out-recruit LSU because he's Marshall Faulk. Now, if you gave me Tyrann Mathieu, if you gave me an Odell Beckham, if you gave me somewhere along those lines, especially a Tyrann Mathieu, if you gave me a Tyrann Mathieu, I would say Southern never has to worry about LSU again. To where in recruiting, in the level of what I mean by that is, of course, LSU is LSU, but they're going to be up there in Louisiana in recruiting because of Tyrann Mathieu. I don't know if Marshall Faulk's name does that, like an Ed Reed would, or a Ray Lewis could, right? I don't think Marshall Faulk is in that echelon of celebrity when you're talking about NFL. So I'm a little iffy on that. Last point to you, Perry, about Marshall Faulk, if you want to touch on anything.
And I would be cool with all those names that you named if the program was on solid ground. Let's say we had got one of these white coaches or Joel Taylor. They come in and stabilize the program. And now the program is on solid footing, right? We got a foundation. Now you can just bring in the next person if they move on or whatever that can build up. I just don't have the time to sit to watch the wait. I didn't already sit him back and watch two guys already, and it didn't work. Well, I don't know how much patience we got at Southern. This will be the third time. I just don't know if we in that position the third time to do that.
What's the difference between Jackson Hire and Dion? They were at the lowest of the lowest of the lowest of the point when they brought in Dion.
Those guys are not Dion, and that's why we continue to talk about that with celebrities.
Deshaun Jackson and Tyrann Mathieu, to me, are this. I kind of feel they're the same type of star in their own right. And Tyrann Mathieu being a former Tiger, Tyrann Mathieu playing for the New Orleans Saints, I think that gives you buzz in the state of Louisiana. Now, I agree with you if you're talking about stability. I think that if you get one of these white coaches or Joel Taylor, you'll probably have them for about 4, 5, 6 years, right? Like easily if they start winning at a high rate. But I think if you just want to go off pure recruiting and turning Southern's whole thing around and the resources and the money rolling in, you bring in a Tyrann Mathieu, it's up. It's up.
It sounds good though. We're not in a position to let you learn on the job right now. Let's get somebody to get in here and get us going, and then hey, come on in. But right now, we ain't in a position to sit around and say, hey, he's figuring it out. First time coaching, he's building. We don't have time for that right now. We're in desperation mode. We're losing fans. We're losing hope. We off to the worst start since 1971. Give me somebody that can come in that has already been a program builder, who understands that, who knows FCS very well, who has competed in the top 25 and know what it's like to be a top 25 FCS program. That's what we need right now. We need a morale boost. We ain't got time because it could be a quick shock jock. It could be like Michael Vick at Norfolk. Oh, it was good. Then shit, here we go sitting through waiting on him. And that could very well happen. So Delaware State, it worked. Norfolk State, it ain't working. When the last time Norfolk even won a game?
But Norfolk been bad for the last 4, 5 years. That ain't nothing new.
I get it, but you've been saying Southern been bad, even with us going to the championship. You've been talking bad, and everybody in the chat been talking bad about Southern over the past since COVID, saying us going to the championship didn't mean nothing anyway.
Y'all been backdooring y'all championships for the last three years.
We're tired. We want to actually earn it. When we get there, we whoop some ass to get here. That's what I'm saying. We tired of that because I'm tired of hearing this narrative of the back door. We want to whoop some ass to get to that championship. So when you see the championship game, you like, damn, this is going to be a good one. Anybody going to the championship, you already like, oh, that's Jackson State. It's Jackson.
That's fair. All right. Well,
yeah.
At the end of the day, man, all I'm hearing is.
The coach is so old, he creaks when he stands. His playbook's dust, it slips through his hands. Sand is on the bluff, there's a cry and a shame. The ball don't fly, and they've forgotten the game. We're stuck in the past, can't outrun the rust. Sadness on the bluff, and we've lost all our trust.
That sadness on the bluff is real, man. Listen, you guys can get the album.
Dang. When I tell you everybody showed up in AW Mumford Stadium and everybody was really cool with whatever the outcome was going to be, it's been a long time since I've seen Southern fans literally show up. Nobody was upset over the loss. It was just like, we was here for the vibes.
Oh, man.
That's when I know it's a low.
Listen. Got to give credit to P. After week 8, listen, man. Listen, we ain't even got to break down the game. Y'all already know what it was, okay?
What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy?
He was talking. They put a clap into that boy, okay? It's very simple. You already know what it is.
Boy, T-Jack, what he said to us?
Happy homecoming. Happy homecoming, okay? Happy homecoming. Very simple. All right? Very simple. All right, 6-1. Perry got me. 5-2, but I got the overall, baby.
What they say, barely. Barely. Southern Duke messed me up early on, and somebody else got me a little behind right now.
Yeah.
But I'm right there. I'm trying.
Yeah, I'm gonna be taking some risks this week, though. I ain't scared. I'm taking some risks.
Boy.
Listen, last week was some bad football, man. Just all the way around. I ain't gonna lie to you. It just wasn't worth anybody's time.
Everybody was on the damn bye week one thing.
Come on, man. It's just bad football all the way around. Texas Southern beats VUL 61-10. Valley beats Lincoln 49-0. And Grambling pulls out a close one against UAPB.
Talk about this one. You talk about this one. This is what the people, they want to hear you talk about, at least that one.
Listen. Christian Peters was absolutely god awful. I mean, and to be a grad senior transfer, like a grad transfer as a quarterback, he was throwing some situations that I'm like, you just should not throw being a grad quarterback. I mean, he was putting it in double coverage. I mean, it just was bad. T-Set was bad too. I mean, both of the quarterbacks were just atrocious. I think Tony Hall could have called a better game, even with how Peters was throwing the ball. But Peters was just, oh my God. I'm just shaking. The game, if you watch the game before the weather delay, UAPB should have been up like 21-0. That's how easy they were moving the ball against Grambling. But Peters would throw a bad ball, and I'm just like, what are you doing? And Grambling's defense is so opportunistic. Like, they're going to come up with the pick. They're going to come up with the tip. They're going to come up. It just the ball just falls in their hand. And listen, when the weather delay hit, I turned that game off. UAPB and Grambling are not worth sitting around for 2 to 3 hours to wait for their game to come back on. So anybody who watched that game after the weather delay, more power to you. I couldn't. The first half was irritating enough. Christian Peters, you got to play better, my guy. I mean, there's a reason why you're a grad senior and you moved up from Shaw. You got to play better. Simple as that.
Thinking about FCS football, right? And watching these two programs, Alonzo Hampton in his 3rd year at UAPB still can't seem to get over the hump, getting that one win, it seemed like every year. and Mickey Joseph trying to build something. Where do you see these two teams when you put them in the FCS football landscape? Not SWAC, not Black College, FCS.
They ass. I mean, there's. I got a song for both of these Bamas. Who took the G away and last place love? Like, they are bad.
You might as well give us a little sample of that tonight. You promoting this album. We need to give us a little sample. You said who took the G off?
Who took the G away? That's the track. Let me see.
You realize you got a whole album?
Yeah, you didn't know that? Where you been at?
I've been right here.
No, I got a whole album. Let me see. If you go to Apple,
who took the G away?
Yeah, who took the G away? If you go to Apple Podcasts, all right, you can. Let me see.
Shit.
Yeah. Let's see. Boom here.
But would you say this was one of those wins Alonzo Hampton had to have?
I believe he did. Because I think they were the better team. That's what makes it so bad. Like, if you watch the game, UAPB was the better team. It simply was. And how they lost that game was simply bad quarterback. And then I don't think that down the stretch that Tony Hall called a better game.
Once upon a time, we ran the field. Oh, yeah. Black and gold, we made them yield. Say what? Eddie's Army. Oh, we stood so tall. But now I'm wondering, oh, where did it fall? Where's the pride? Where's the road? The G's been stolen. We ain't fierce no more. Who took the G away? Who left us lost, left us strayed? We used to shine, we used to slay. Who took the G away? Tell me now. Bleachers pack, hear that Tiger band play. That sound. Friday night turned into gold Saturday. Yeah. But now the echoes fade, the cheers don't stay. I can't help but wonder who took it away. Bring it back. Bring it back. Oh, bring it back. Oh, where's the drive? Where's the soul? The fire's gone cold. Where's the black and gold? Who took the G away? Who took the G away? Who left us lost, left us stray? We used to shine, we used to slay. Who took the G away? Bring it back, bring it back.
That who part is my favorite.
And you say you got one for UAPB too?
Oh yeah. I got one. Yeah.
I got to hear that one.
Oh yeah, this my favorite one though. It's my favorite.
Is it?
It's my favorite track on the whole
Oh,
thing.
this the bop. This the jam.
Oh yeah, the one I'm about to play for UAPB is called Last Place Love. It's called Last Place Love. Oh yeah, it's a bop. It's a whole bop. Listen, the whole album. Listen, if you go to Apple Podcasts and type in SWAC Saturday Love, listen, it's in the description below. If you want to get the album, it's in the description below. All right.
She said, baby, why you always root for the Blues? Every season, it's the same old bad news. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. I said, girl, it's a habit I just can't shake. Like cheering for a heart that's bound to break. Crime love got me dreaming. Mississippi still believing. But no matter how they try, they just can't kiss the sky. Ooh. It's the last place love. Oh, baby, can't rise above. Like a fumble on the goal line. We just can't score in time. It's the last place love. Stuck at the bottom, my dove. But I keep holding on, though the game is long gone. They got a quarterback, but no one to block their defense. Paper thin, can't stop the clock. I'm loyal, but it's hurting my pride. Every Saturday's a long losing ride. Crime love got me praying. Mississippi Valley still playing. But love's a tough old grind when you're always left behind. It's the last place love. Oh, baby, can't rise above. Like a punt that goes astray. We just lose it every play. It's the last place of love, but I'm hooked on the shove. Oh, I keep holding on, though the seasons are
Come on, man. I do this, bro. I do this. I got songs for everybody. I got a song for Cozy. Got a song for G and Alcorn. Come on, man. I do this, bro. I do this.
I didn't know you was out here producing and writing band songs and shit.
Yeah, I got a song for PV called 12 Fans. I don't know what. Come on, man. I do this. I said I got a SWAC album. The top 3 songs on the album, in my personal opinion, is 12 Fans, Last Place Love, and me personally, it will be between Who Took the G Away and the slow song of Cozy, Not the Right One. Now, I know a lot of people like the fast song version. I like the slow version of Cozy, Not the Right One. That's just me. But those are my bangers. Yeah, those are the bangers, man. Those are the bangers. So, yeah. When we get to the Alcorn situation, when we get to the FAMU game, I'll play the Alcorn song.
Boy, I'm talking about you out here producing.
Oh, man, listen, I do what I can, man. I do what I can. All right, let's get into it. Oh, look who's first up. Alcorn loses the FAMU. Well,
you set yourself right on up.
I look at God. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and break the game down, P, while I get this video ready for you.
It was homecoming over in Tallahassee, Florida, and this was the first time I've seen this matchup in my lifetime of seeing Alcorn and FAMU. I was always interested to see these two teams play each other. Alcorn coming from the west in the SWAC, FAMU coming from the east. 33-28, the final score in this one. FAMU 26 first downs, 8 of 17 on third downs, 475 total yards of offense for the Rattlers in this one, 323 in the air, 152 on the ground. No turnovers for Florida A&M in this one. And for Alcorn, 14 first down, 7 of 15 on third down. They were 1 of 3, Scotty, on fourth downs. Listen to this. 304 yards of offense, 178 in the air, 126 on the ground. No turnovers. FAMU gets it done. And guess who was the quarterback for your FAMU Rattlers?
Oh, I can see it. I saw the game. I can see it.
RJ Johnson, 26 of 38 for 323 yards and a touchdown.
What I will say
is not entertained.
He's still not good. But what I will
you not
say,
entertained?
I wasn't. I really wasn't. But what I will say for the game, what I will say for the game was that the more he got into a rhythm, the easier the game came to him. But I mean, he threw, and I want to make this very clear. I think Cozy's is a chump. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I know that's gonna sound. I think
he's a chump.
I think he's a chump, and I'm gonna tell you why I think he's a chump.
Damn.
I don't like the way he did Jet Petty. You play Jet Petty against NCCU. He has a bad game. It's the best team in all of college black football. And then you go and play R.J. Johnson against one of the worst teams in black college football. That is a chump move. That is not a real football coach. That is setting your player up for failure just to prove to whoever you're trying to prove it to that R.J. Johnson's your guy. I don't care what the result is in the game. You didn't give Jet Petty the same luxury that you gave R.J. Johnson to play all the trash-ass teams because he didn't play. R.J. Johnson didn't play Howard, trash. He didn't play Albany State at D2. They're actually pretty good, right? He played Alabama State. He played like trash. And then he plays Alcorn. That's a chump move. And then you play Jet Petty the whole game against NCCU. You never put R.J. Johnson in. And guess who's starting the game against Alcorn at homecoming? That's a chump move. Listen. He can take it. He can take it. If he see me, if he got something to say, we can see it in face. I'll tell him in his face. That's a chump move. That's real chump. No, I'm so serious. That's wrong. You don't do nobody like that.
Was he manipulating?
He had to, because everybody's been saying you need to start Jet. So you put Jet out against. I wouldn't have had a problem if you played Jet half the game and then play R.J. Johnson the other half when you're getting your ass whooped. I ain't got a problem with that. But to play Jet Petty the whole game, you know your offense sucks. You suck. And then you bring back R.J. Johnson the next game to start against Alcorn, who is ass. That's crazy work to me. But here's a song for Alcorn. This is for you, G. G's already heard it, but, this is for him.
They called a play, thought they win again, but the field don't lie. Oh no, it don't lie. You got your guy, yeah, you got your guy. He's got a whistle, got a plan, but no touchdowns in his hand. Got your guy. Oh, you got your guy. Take you high, but the dream went dry. Got your guy, yeah, you got your guy, but the scoreboard tells no lie. They said Cedric's got that southern charm, but the winds won't stick like grease on your arm. The stands are quiet, the band plays slow, the grit's all gone, where'd the fire go? He's got the talk, got the strut, but the plays don't make the cut. Got your guy. Oh, you got your guy. Thought it'd take you high, but the dream went dry. Got your guy, yeah, you got your guy, but the scoreboard tells no lie.
It's a guitar breakdown after that.
You getting your real BB King going, ain't it?
Oh yeah, and I just made a North Carolina A&T song too, so we'll wait till we get to the jump off. Make sure y'all stay tuned when we get to the jump offs. I'll drop that North Carolina A&T track. It's fire.
You writing songs like you from Leland, Mississippi, Rolling Fork, like you from out there Delta or something, like Indianola, Mississippi or something, man.
Man, I try to match the flavors with the people. You feel me?
Yeah, you sound like you've been through a struggle. Life been hard. All your life has been hard.
Watching the SWAC has been hard. I ain't gonna lie to you. Listen, this Tennessee State game, a Howard game, I heard it was atrocious. Okay, so we'll just let you leave with the score. Y'all can go back and watch it. Look, again, The games were just bad this week. Just flat out, they were bad. All right. Ask Perry. Perry, question number 1. Why is the SWAC so bad?
We talked about it with you, myself, and Josh. We talked about it before the season started with that week 0 North Carolina Central game.
Yeah.
In this conference, it starts with the quarterback play. I don't care what else you got going on. Quarterback play, quarterback play, quarterback play. When you've watched these teams, why has it been so atrocious? You've been watching offenses, and what's been problem? What was the issue you just said with Grambling and UAPB?
Quarterback.
What's the issue with Southern?
Quarterback.
What's the issue with FAMU?
Quarterback.
I can go all day with you. What's the issue with Alcorn?
Quarterback.
What's the issue with Grambling? All right, and Texas. I mean,
yeah.
That literally, anybody who watched enough SWAC football knows what a quarterback can do to a football team in this league. Literally, that is the issue with the SWAC right now. The SWAC is bad because we don't have good quarterback play. People will say, well, you know, what about the defense? What about the trenches? You don't have no good quarterback. You can't do anything. How your receivers gonna get their stats?
Yeah.
What can the running back do when everybody gonna stack the box because they know what you gonna do?
Yeah.
Something else that's not good in this league: special teams.
Oh, that's a good. Oh man, that's a good point, B. Damn good point.
Special teams is not good. That's why I praise Jackson every time I see the way that they play special teams. I love the way they play the 3 phases of the game. And that's why they head and shoulders over everybody else in this DM and Bama State. Bama State can give you some flashes off special teams here and there. Bama State can give you some flashes off defense here and there. But what made Bama State a better team totally this year?
Quarterback.
So that I keep it simple. That's what it is. I don't give a damn about all that other stuff. Your quarterback coaches and your offensive coordinators, what are they doing to develop and recruit quarterbacks? That's why the SWAC is so bad. It's that simple. If you want to win a championship in this league, you got to have a quarterback. And history has shown it. Just go back and look at the past 10 SWAC championship teams, and go see who their quarterback was. Most likely, I'm pretty sure they was the offensive MVP of the year.
That's fair. And I'll say this, just a little caveat before we move on. I think the SWAC isn't most SWAC schools are not in the position to say, I can't take the 5'10 quarterback. Because them 5'10 quarterbacks, them 5'11 quarterbacks, they're dogs, right? I think Palvia is 5'10 or 5'11. The quarterback.
Vanderbilt?
Yeah, from Vanderbilt.
He looks small when you see everybody out on the field. And it's like, damn, he kind of look little.
Yeah, he's a little guy. I think he's like 5'10, 5'11, right? And I think the SWAC, you just need you need to have a coordinator that can believe in the abilities of the quarterback, not the attributes, right? Attributes look real nice when you're a 6'4" guy and you missing everywhere. Look, that the
guy that was like at Norfolk, that big tall kid.
Yeah, and I told you he couldn't really play.
You did tell me that.
I told you he couldn't really play, right? So again, a lot of people at the quarterback, they want it to look a certain way, but a lot of times the smaller guys, they're more game and more skill ready, because what you lack in height, you have to make up in skill. It's the only way you get the position, right? That you can throw it on a rope. The kid from Clark Atlanta last year, right? The guy that beat Bethune-Cookman, the quarterback that beat Bethune-Cookman. I just gotta be better than you. I got to be better at this position than what you think and what you possibly think I can do. So I just think that don't overlook the short quarterback that has a good skill set, because good skill sets will take you a long way. That's my 2 cents on that, on the quarterback situation. All right, let's get to these week 9 predictions. Oh man, it's a good slate. We back in. Oh Jesus Christ. I'm talking about Prairie View and Lincoln. That kills me, man. Like, stop scheduling these battles, man. Bethune-Cookman and UAPB, what you got?
I'm going Bethune-Cookman. You see the way that they put up points, and you just talked about UAPB's quarterback. Was it Cameron Peterson?
Yeah.
Peters saying how he struggled, didn't look good.
Christian Peters, yeah.
Christian Peters, excuse me.
Yeah.
My bad, Mr. Peters. Christian Peters. I'm going Bethune-Cookman. I think Cameron Ramsey, listen. He can go hot or cold with you, though. It's like you never really know what you're going to get. He's like up and down.
Yeah.
How you fire? Is that what he said? How you fire?
I don't know, but it's probably right.
That's what we're gonna start referring to Bethune-Cookman. How you fire? That's what I'm going with. I'm going with how you fire.
I'm rolling with you as well. Jackson and Grambling. Jackson is we both taking Jackson, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm going Jackson.
All right, we both taking PV, I'm assuming. Oh man. FAMU and Southern, P, what you got?
FAMU.
Oh, wow, okay, I'm taking FAMU as well. Morgan and Howard, who you got?
I'm going Morgan in this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Morgan in this one as well. That quarterback situation for Howard is really bad. Tariq Starks is just, and I'm telling you, Larry Scott is really his resume is really dropping really fast. Because I know he was, I know some people talked about him being the head coach at FAMU, but he hasn't been able to recruit quarterbacks in the last 2 to 3 cycles. So I'm good on him being the head football coach.
I'm just telling you, I got a feeling Morgan can get it done, man.
I think defensively they can as well, but offensively Howard is just bad. South Carolina State
bad against Tennessee State.
Oh, they look really bad, and we both picked them to win too. That's the sad part. South Carolina State versus Norfolk. This is South Carolina State's homecoming.
Let's go Bulldogs.
Let's go Bulldogs. Let's go. Norfolk about to be over in conference play. Here we go. Magic City Classic. Who you got?
This is the matchup we have been talking about. We were waiting on. Both these teams have already played Jackson State in the East. They both lost to Jackson State. But I think one of the reasons, Scotty, this game is to be circled and watched. Offense. We talked about quarterbacks. Alabama A&M with Cornelius Brown.
Oh, no, he's not playing. He's not playing. Cornelius is out for the season.
He's out for the season?
Yeah, he got surgery on his ankle. He's done.
Oh, I got nothing else to say. Bama State. I was going to give you a whole little shindig. Bama State.
Yeah, Kawhi's out for the season. All right.
Thank you for helping me save my time.
Hey, that's what I'm here for. That's exactly what I'm here for. Alabama State, you already know what it is. If you at home, say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Everybody! Come on now. You know what it is. You know what it is. Mama versus Hampton. Mama. Tennessee State versus Western Illinois. Western Illinois.
I'm going Western Illinois.
Now,
I think I'm going Western Illinois.
Now, before I go here, I want to say this. I'm picking Campbell.
Hold on. Who'd you pick with Tennessee State and Western Illinois?
Western Illinois, man. Stop playing me.
Okay.
I'm going Campbell, but I do believe that North Carolina A&T could pull this game out. I really believe that. I'm not picking them to pull it out, but I do believe that this could be one of their wins.
Where is it?
What's up?
Where is it?
I do not know. Let me see.
Well, North Carolina team. A&T Roy beat a white school. Oh,
it's at Aggies. It's at the Aggies.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yep. So that's there. So I'm going Campbell. But I do think NCAT could possibly pull that game out. That's the only one I got for him.
I'm going Campbell as well.
You know what time it is.
I said certified free.
Oh, 7 days a week. All right. You know what time it is. Let me see here. I gotta find. Oh, one more time for the people in the back.
In this house, there's some hoes. There's some hoes in this house. I said certified free. 7.
All right. Now, we did a little different. We got a top 4, right?
UAPB got out that number 1 spot.
Oh yeah. It was just for 1 week. Just for 1 week.
I wasn't feeling that game against that damn who they played, Westgate. Jesus Christ.
All right, we do it a little different, but we'll explain it after I get done playing this new Aggie song. All right, bear with me, guys. There's a new track for A&T Roy going back to the top spot. All right, this is called Aggie Blues.
Aggies, why can't we get right? Year after year, the pain, the fight. We used to shine, used to stand tall. Now we're lost, trying not to fall. I see the field, it's cold tonight. The stands half empty, no end in sight. We had the heart, we had the pride, but somewhere we lost the fight inside.
I hear the cheers, they're fading low. The echoes fade where we used to glow. Our blue and gold, it's lost its flame. Oh, Aggies, who do we blame? Was it the time? Was it the change? Was it the dream that slipped out of rain? Blue and gold blues, it's all we feel. Every loss cuts deeper, it's so unreal. We fight, we cry, but we don't see the glory. We lost the Aggie dream. Rivalry burns, centuries on fire. The flags wave higher, their spirits higher. I can't stand the sight, it breaks my soul.
How we lose control.
Rivalry burns, centuries on fire. Their flags wave higher, their spirits higher.
Aggies, why can't we get right? I see the blue and gold, but it don't shine so bright. Our hearts break under them Friday night lights, and every time we face Central, we lose a fight.
I remember when the field was ours. We ran like kings, we reached for stars. But now the glory fades to dust. Every play we lose your trust. You used to bring me pride and fire. Now all I feel is cold desire. Every snap, every fumble, every fall, it's like you don't care at all. Aggies,
Where did it go? The heart,
the soul, the wind and flow. We're sinking slow, drowning in the tide. Where's the fight? Where's the pride? Aggies blues, we can't break through. Every game's a heartbreak. What can we do? Aggies blue. Aggies blue. Aggies blue. Aggies
I see the rival fans, they laugh so loud. Central's marching band, it drowns our crowd. I gave my love, I gave my cheers, but it's been nothing but tears for years.
That is Aggie.
Two things. One, that sounds like something I can hear John Legend on. And number two, A&T fans, that sounds like something, you know, when they say you got to go ride at like 2 o'clock in the morning to clear your head. You just go ride and smoke a blunt and you just riding, listening to that. Where's the street lights? You know, you just see the street lights.
It's all flashing. They all flashing. Just
that's
driving.
all I can see. Just an Aggie fan riding, clearing their head after a loss, smoking a blunt, just like damn, Aggie Blues. Yeah, just get you in your feelings right quick.
It do.
How you remembering when the good days? You know,
the 2015.
Like, damn, it ain't good no
that
more.
2015. It ain't hit no more. I thought I had it. I thought I had. And look who called in. What's up, A&T Roy?
What's up, Hurricane Jerk? This is A&T Roy, the head blacks in charge of North Carolina A&T State University Aggies.
Oh, what's up, Mr. Aggie Blues?
Scotty, I'm really disappointed in you on two fronts.
I'm listening.
The first one is you need to go back to the drawing board on that song. It needs to be more upbeat. It needs to be harder hitting, and it needs to be trashing us like we need to be trashed right now. I need you to go back to the drawing board. I don't want to hear that whiny, whatever you just did.
Well, I look at it like this. It sounds like your band because the band don't really hit like that. So I thought it'd be like a perfect type of melody where like, cause y'all real like low key type of vibes. So I just thought it kind of fit your band. So I was like, the band can play this. That's you know what I'm saying? Like cause y'all not the like up tempo, you know, black band. Y'all more like the white Ohio State version, right? So it's like you just got. I felt like that would be like more y'all vibe. That's just kind of what I thought. You know, maybe I missed on that, but you know, I feel you know.
Oh yeah, you missed. You absolutely missed. You need to go back to the drawing board. Hey man, I got one more thing. Then I got something for Perry. All right.
Okay.
All right. So the second thing is, Scotty, listen, man, listen. I was big on putting you on the map a few years ago. The day that you joined me on the call with your boy Stephen Campbell, and I drug him through the mud about him thinking regular season win is better than the Celebration Bowl. Man, I put you on the map, and you keep hanging up on me, man. What's up?
I don't hang up on you, AT and Roy. It's more like you don't. What else is there to talk about? Like I don't know. Like why are we giving so much attention to somebody who's got one win? Like you know what I'm saying? Like that just doesn't make any sense to me. Like why are we?
Coach Tremain Jackson say don't nobody be talking about no losers.
You know what I'm saying? You lucky you on the jump off list. That's the only reason y'all get talked about is because you are the worst team in black college football.
Hey, Perry, calm down, man. I'll be with you in a second, all right? Hang on a second. Listen, Scotty, we the head blacks in charge. What are you talking about?
You beat one black team, and how can you be the head blacks in charge?
It ain't just about football. It's everything, the total package.
I haven't seen it.
Hey, but our football is coming. All right, hey, listen, Perry. Hey, man, listen. Happy homecoming.
Nigga think he funny, Scotty.
Yeah,
he think he funny.
He tries. All right, so you already see 1, 2, 3, and 4.
You hung up on him?
No, he hung up. He hung up.
He hit me one line and got out of there.
Oh, that's how they try to do you. You try, you know, you like, I got my joke and I'm out. You know?
Damn.
All right. So you see 1, you see 2, you see 3, you see 4. But Perry.
Man, but hold on before we go. Just your thoughts on this list looking at A&T, UAPB, and Valley and Norfolk being the top 4 worst teams in black college football. And UAPB with the 3 and 4 record, it's like fool's gold.
It is. It really is because 2 of them came from like, you got Westgate in there. Alcorn is the only D1 win, so you got to give them that one. But I think 2 of those wins came from like D2s or
it was Lincoln and it was Westgate.
Yeah, Lincoln and Westgate, right? So it's one of those.
And Westgate, you got to get negative points because ESPN didn't even identify that game. ESPN still has UAPB as though they didn't even play that game.
Yeah, I heard the stats and everything just took it clear off. So to me, that's why you got to put them at number 2 at least because, like you said, at least Valley beat Lincoln. And I mean Lincoln, and they didn't even score. You know,
Westgate 10 points.
Westgate
got a school who probably today practiced in the parking lot behind the building.
Oh man, that's funny. All right, let's get to the other part of this whole list.
Can you do something for me? Just look up Westgate right quick. Let's see who they played this week. I'm so curious. Find Westgate football schedule. Who did they play the week after UAPB homecoming?
They played. Let me bring this up real quick. All right. They play. Oh shoot. How do I? There we go. I hope y'all can see that. They play Atlantis Westgate Pensacola, and they lost 22-6. That's I guess that's the conference.
They lost less to them than they did to UAPB. And when I say they only gave up 6 to Westgate. UAPB gave up 10. That's all. I'm done. I don't want to stay on that too long. I'm just curious to see who they play. Atlanta West. Who?
So wrong with you. All right. Again.
Boy.
I said certified freak. 7.
Listen. Okay.
You football boy, listen.
All these men was his ass, okay?
Man.
Leading the
I'm
pack.
talking about to the point it's a waiting list. We can't accept no more applications, okay? Don't be sorry this weekend, Ed. We can't accept no more applications. We are full. We still trying to process 1 through 4. And I mean, goddamn, they just keep coming in.
I'm trying to tell you, boy. Listen, Southern, Encore, Fam, Morgan. Jesus Christ, the list could go on and on and on.
With Tennessee and Grambling, we still got to get back with them.
Listen, still looking over their application. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think
I'm about to give you a stamp of approval. It's bad. It just got worse.
Really bad.
It was. We had our core 5 for a long time.
Yo, Miss Glenn said these are hoes in training.
Hey, when you go to the party and all of these schools there, you in for a good time.
Boy, you get
all of them are the ones they say be at these homecomings with their ass out.
with the shorts that be put up.
Everybody on this list is what y'all be seeing at homecoming with their asses out. This is that.
No home.
This is the homecoming list.
No home trading. Oh man. See, and Howard's that type of girl. She try to act like she don't get down, but
they heard about her sloppy time.
You give her some Ciroc. You give her a couple drink, like P said. You give her a couple drink.
Well, she the one that act like she drank high end. She'll tell you like some silly shit like I drank Belvedere, but wouldn't know the difference between that and Taka vodka. And you give her some Taka out of a Belvedere bottle, she swears she know what she talking about. That's that type. Yeah. Motherfucker don't know the difference between Crown and Evan Williams. Just put some Coke in it and tell her it's high end. This good. Yeah, I'm sure it is.
I just went to Long Island. Okay.
Yeah, all right.
I just went to Long Island iced tea, right? But be ready to go. Okay? Be ready to go.
Black college football is bad in 2025.
It is, man. It surely is. I don't do this for everybody.
I've heard that before.
Oh my goodness, y'all.
How did we end up here?
So you just think I just go with anybody?
Yeah, I don't do this with everybody. Yes, you do.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
You look at the friends you run with.
These the people you hanging with.
As they used to say, birds of a feather flock
together. Listen,
boy, it's bad.
Listen.
Jesus Christ, it's bad.
The boy said, "I'm shot."
You get a little. What you say? Give me a little Alizé.
Yeah. A little hypnotic. You know what I'm saying?
Hypnotic. Loosen
up. Man, you know what I'm saying?
How bad is this list? The fact that we're in October, ain't nobody in no championship competition talk. I'm talking about Nobody.
Dude said doesn't see more nuts than
You got to rotate too. Go back to 1 through 4. Don't let them be forgotten. They made the whole list for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. They certified. There ain't no shyness to them. They out here are where we headed. Your place or mine. I'm like, oh,
UAPB letting anybody get when Westgate. Like, come on, man. You, boy. I'm talking about you. Hey, it's
like,
bad.
She be like, I got a Ford Expedition. Oh, do you? Okay.
I bet that back seat's pretty big, huh?
Hey, I bet they'll let you lay that back row down. Boy, listen. I'm talking about that 99 Expedition, the red J with the two-tones. Oh,
this horrible list. That 3 and 4 is fool's gold. Then the rest of them go back to the other one. How many coaches gonna get fired? Woo. Southern the only one?
No, not even close. Not even close. You know what I'm saying? She said,
Southern the only one trying to do better with themselves.
Is he in a 4-4 kids? Y'all are stupid. Or that old them old Nissan Sentras. And listen, if you driving them old Nissan Sentras or them Nissan Bubble Ultimas, you was in trouble. Yeah, you already knew what you was rolling with. You knew what you was rolling with.
That's a female car for sure.
For sure.
And then don't let them have a little tint on it.
With the width. Boy, you already know what it is. All right. Yeah, but yeah, 1 through 4. Listen, who
gonna fire their coach aside from Southern? You think?
I would like to see Hampton go. I would like to see Damon Wilson go. I really don't care about Howard because I don't think Howard cares about football. I would like to see Cedric Thomas go, and I think Grambling. I think Mickey Joseph just leaves. Yeah, I think Mickey Joseph just leaves. So
I would love to see Southern get off that goddamn list. Never did I think we was gonna be the set out.
Oh, and you the top. I mean, you the top hole off the 4. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, because everybody been running through us, and I'm talking about running through us. Running through us.
Oh,
ran
man.
through. Open lips. It ain't tight no more. We bad.
Listen, that's this week's.
I said certified free. 7.
Oh man, my boy.
When did we ever think your FAMU and my Southern would be on this list?
Now, why is FAMU my FAMU?
Because you alumni.
I'm alumni.
It was happy homecoming to you last week. All of a sudden, now you asking why you think FAMU, boy. You FAMU.
Yeah, right, man.
Now they got you off the train, huh? You sounded like me with
I was
Southern.
off the train. I was off the train with Cozy. I've been off the train with Cozy.
No.
No.
That's bad.
He said because it's Scotty Secret alum. Come on, man. Y'all be I just wish well things on FAMU. I just wish them well.
What we do with the 2 hoes that meet this weekend, Southern and FAMU? That's gonna be nasty. And then you got Morgan and Howard. Oh boy.
It's a jump off party.
Oh boy.
Oh my goodness. Oh my Perry, something is wrong with you, bro. Something is
Mr. Nasty Time.
Mr. Nasty Time.
Boy. All of them sugar off for next Friday. Everybody's sugar. Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
It's bad.
He said, "Oh yeah, it's the freak offs. That's what they call it. It's the freak offs. Baby oil everywhere. Baby oil.
This weekend, that's for sure. Morgan and Howard, Southern and FAMU. All point and FAMU just did their thing last week.
Who Grambling got? Jackson? Oh yeah, that's yeah. It's about to get ugly. It's about to get ugly.
They'll be on here next week.
That's facts.
It'll be an elf again. We'll add an elf.
All right. Let's get to this top HBCU top 5. P, it's on you.
HBCU top 5. We're getting down into October. Before you know it, it'll be November. You know what that means. It's Halloween. It's MEAC time.
MEAC time.
So starting at number 5, South Carolina State sitting there at 4-3. Chennis Berry has had this team just be right there in the thick of things to be a team that can compete for a MEAC championship to repeat. And that's what they want to do. And they get a chance now that MEAC time has started conference play. Let's see what they can do. They had a bye week last week. Coming in at number 4, Alabama State. They're getting ready for their rival, Alabama A&M, in the Magic City Classic. But the Hornets had a bye week, had a chance to what they say, get that Jackson State game out their mind and move forward, because there's still a lot more to be played for. But they moved down because they had a bye week. And for me, they're the 4th best team in Black college football. I'm interested to see how they shake back after that emotional loss against Jackson State. Coming in at number 3, North Carolina Central, the Aggies, Trey Oliver. Trey has continued to show that program, it can be consistent. And whether it's transfer or whether it's developing guys and they're waiting their turn, the Eagles continue to find ways to win. And I continuously say this. When it seemed like the ship was shaky when they played Old Dominion, New Hampshire, they found a way to get back on track. They're going to have a big game this week against Delaware State. I'm looking forward to see what Trey Oliver does with North Carolina Central. Coming in at number 2, who would have thought? The Prairie View A&M Panthers. I saw them personally this weekend whoop up on my Jaguars. They have consistently found ways to win, and they are undefeated in the SWAC West. They are 5-2 on the season. And Coach Tremain Jackson said, hey, ain't nobody talking about no losers. They only talking about winners. And that's why I'm talking about Prairie View right now. They are winners, and right now they have worked their way up to the number 2 spot, as North Carolina Central and Alabama State didn't have a game this past weekend. And, of course, whether they had a game or not, Jackson State's still the number 1 team in Black college football. Once again, I continuously tell everybody they play the best 3 phases of the game: offense, defense, and special teams better than anybody. TC Taylor has done something great by building the type of program that he wants that can win a championship. And for me, Jackson State number 1. So coming in, number 5, South Carolina State. Number 4, Alabama State. Number 3, North Carolina Central. Number 2, Prairie View. And Scotty, number 1, Jackson State, the Tigers.
Yeah, that's a great list, Pete.
I just bored you out. You didn't want to hear nothing about no Tigers, did you?
Nah, I'm good.
You still hurt? Oh yeah, you still hurt. What he said? Jesus Shuttlesworth daddy. What was his daddy name on He Got Game?
I don't know.
Jake. Well, I think it was Jake.
That was on.
Well, he told him
that was on training day. Jake was on training day.
Oh, Jake on training day. Well, whatever his name was on He Got Game, when he finally played him one-on-one, and I'm gonna give you that same speech. You're gonna have to get that hate out your heart, son, and you're gonna end up like another nigga just like your father. Get that hate out your heart. Okay?
Anyway, Dale State comes at number 5, man. Listen, you gotta love what Deshaun Jackson is doing at Delaware State, and how he's bringing this program out of the depths of the messy abyss of the MEAC and having them in a winning situation, and coming out the gate strong with a big conference play matchup between NCCU, another top 3 team on this list as well. The T-Jacks, you know what I'm saying? Listen, Prairie View A&M doing their thing. Schedule's a little weak. You know, the SWAC West is weak. My mama said it. Your mama done said it. No matter who mama said it, the SWAC West is weak. And the T-Jacks are playing in a weak division, so shout out to them. NCCU, still the best team in the MEAC. By far, bar none, doing their thing. Jackson and Alabama State, man, listen, I just can't give it to them. What I watched and what Andrew was able to do by himself with the team that wasn't on the same as a team, they weren't as good, but I just think that to do whatever they were able to do, to be on the 1-yard line, I just felt like they were the better team to be in that situation, when the more complete team had a problem trying to stop the one superstar. So for me, Alabama State is going to be the best team in college black football, just my personal opinion, win, lose, or draw. They got to show me something different. Maybe if they play bad against A&M, I can be like, yeah, you guys ain't it. But that's just my own personal opinion. It's my top 5 list, and that's just how I feel about that. Because I remember I was telling Perry about, I'm always going to say this, I was doing Howard every Every day I was doing Howard, and Perry just kept saying, I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. But, hey, I don't need you to believe in it. I believe in it. It's my top 5.
They're going to be just like FAMU with a great team, one loss, having to watch somebody else play for a championship.
It be like that sometimes. It be like that sometimes. But listen, man. Again, that's the beauty of it. It's just it's your list and it's my list. You know what I'm saying? I appeal to one side of the people, and then you appeal to the other side of the people. That's the balance in it. That's the yin and yang. You know what I'm saying? So I can believe in that. All right. Last but not least, you already know what it is. Game of the week. And it only can be one game. It can only be the start of MEAC conference play. That man D-Jack versus that man Trey Oliver. It is going down.
Oh, goddamn.
Whoever would have thought, whoever would have thunk it, that Delaware State would have the game of the week. I did. This guy, who people don't like my top 5, but I clearly picked Delaware State to have a great season.
Where is it?
It's at the Nest.
That's Central.
It's at Central. Yep, it's at the Nest.
Listen, North Carolina Central was a team coming in from last year. They had one conference loss that kept them out of the Celebration Bowl to South Carolina State, who ultimately went to the Celebration Bowl. They did not get a shot to go into the playoffs. Delaware State last year was an afterthought. Nobody had thought anything of them. Last year, there's no way this would have been a game. Matter of fact, no game Delaware State would have played would have been game of the week. Now that I'm thinking. And it's probably been a very long time since they've been in this situation. But I'm glad to see Deshaun Jackson have success, Scotty. I must give you credit.
Thank you.
When I had them, I still have where's that paper? Here it is right here. I had Delaware State going 1-5 and losing every game in conference play. But here we are. With a shot, if they can win this could be the start to something bigger. But trust me, it's not going to be easy against a North Carolina Central team who is well coached with Trey Oliver. And games like this get Trey Oliver up, especially when he feel like somebody thinking they finna come in and just think it's easy to beat him and his team. I really want to hear if this gets some shit talking behind it. I think this has the potential to get that, especially Trey Oliver saying, hey, I'm a guy that put in the work. Deshaun Jackson said, hey, it don't matter about all that. I come to win, baby.
I come to win. Y'all put me last. The only person that believed in me was Scotty. Y'all put me last.
But listen, North Carolina Central is in my top 5. I've watched them bounce back after Old Dominion in New Hampshire. I like the way that they play. Chris Mosley still, you got to account for him. He can beat you single-handedly. Then you throw in Walker Harris. What is the guy?
Walker Harris, you're right.
Name wrong, huh?
The quarterback, Walker Harris, you're right.
Walker Harris. I thought I was saying his name wrong. In my mind, I was thinking about Texas Walker Range. I just couldn't. You know what I'm talking about?
I know Walker Texas Ranger. My mom used to watch
it. Threw me off for a second.
Yeah.
In my head, that's exactly where I went. Cowboy had everything. But nonetheless, I like North Carolina Central. They're in my top 5. I like Tennisberry. And for me, Scotty, I'm going North Carolina Central at home over Deshaun Jackson. I think Deshaun Jackson going to learn firsthand what it's like to go over there and mess with those Eagles. Because I can tell you firsthand. Watch yourself. Watch yourself.
Give me a score.
31-20.
31-20. That's not bad. From 52-10 last year to 31-20, that's not bad. Let me say this. I've been waiting for this game. I said it in the beginning of the season. I said Del State is going to clip one of two teams. It's either going to be NCCU or South Carolina. I said they're going to clip one of the big dogs. I feel that. Now, I'm going to be honest. I feel more comfortable with South Carolina State being clipped than I do NCCU. But I'm riding with my Hornets, okay? I'm riding with my Hornets. I love what Deshaun Jackson is doing there. Defensively, it's going to be a struggle for them. Defensively for Delaware State is Swiss cheese, okay? They don't have the bodies, they don't have the players and the talent on the defensive side of the ball to really I think slow this game down. They just need a couple of stops. They just need a couple of stops to really, I really believe, to take this game to another level. The way they played Delaware, the way they've played Monmouth, the way they've played Sacred Heart, I do believe that they are ready for this game. I do believe. I don't believe there's nothing NCCU would have done that's different than Delaware that they have not seen, or against Monmouth, who I think Monmouth has a better quarterback and a way better passing game than NCCU has. I have Delaware State winning this game. It is going to be a close one, but I have Delaware State. If they got to get to 40, Dale State has got to get to 40 for this game, for them to win this game. I got the game 42-38, Dale State.
You think they get into a shootout with these folks?
42-38, Dale State.
You must be smoking what you say Alonzo Hampton on. You got to be on that rock.
I told you I was gonna give you a couple games. I said I told you that. All right. I said I'm gonna give you a couple games. I already told you I was gonna give you a few.
Man, these folks. That's what. Yeah.
Yeah. So I got it. I think Dale State listen, I want to be very clear. Dale State averages 30 points per game, and that's against better competition than NCCU. I want to be they put 30 up on Monmouth. They put 30 up on Sacred Heart. They put I think they put 19 up on Delaware. I think they put 20 up on UD, maybe 19 or 20 on UD. Again, the Hornets put points up. That is not their problem. Their problem is defense, right? So at the end of the day, if Dale State can make this a shootout, I have my money on Dale State. Now, if NCCU stops them and runs away with the game, then if NCCU gets like 21-7, yeah, it's going to get ugly. It could get pretty ugly. But if they go point for point, bar for bar, I think Dale State comes out on top. I really like Dale State's offense, and their offense is their defense. That's just what it is. So they just got to get a couple stops, and they need Walker Harris to give them a couple gifts. But they got to stop the run. That boy Chris Mosley ain't no joke, man. That boy Chris Mosley is not no joke.
Is this the only game you and I don't have that we're not on the same page?
I think it's another one. I can pull it up because I did a breakdown. Hold on, let me bring this up. I went Valley over Alcorn.
And I picked Alcorn.
And you picked Alcorn. Yep.
All right, let's go. Let's go Braves. Give me over the hump.
Yeah, so I went Valley over Alcorn. We picked everybody else, but I went NCC. I told you I was going to give you a couple games back. Oh, yeah, it's Watch Party Central, baby. Oh, yeah. And that's at, what time is that game? I hope this game is at night. I really hope this game's at night. NCCU versus Dale State.
Now that they give the game away.
God, it's at 1 o'clock, man.
What you got to do?
No, it's just such an early game.
They on the East Coast.
Averages 38 points per game, and they lead the country in rushing with 311 yards per game.
What channel is this game going to be on? What is it on?
It should be on ESPN Plus.
Oh. Since it ain't the SWAC and it's the MEAC, are you able to stream it to show it while you watching it?
I don't. Yeah,
you don't even take the chance.
I try not to take that chance because people be looking for me, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? They be trying to look for me. So I don't even. I try not to even play them games with people because I don't want nobody to try to shut me down just for some stupid stuff. So
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That just is what it is. But yeah, I'm definitely doing a watch party. So tune in. I'm gonna have my Dale State gear on. South Carolina State, Norfolk State game of the week. Sit that shit down. No, no, they are not. That ain't nowhere near game of the week. Norfolk State ass. What are we talking about? All right, call lines are open, 518-263-8124, 518-263-8124. We'll take about 20, 30 minutes worth of calls, and we're going to get up out of here.
How has it been with your Norfolk guys here lately?
Oh, they've been quiet, real quiet.
Yeah, I ain't heard from them. How has that been going?
Oh, they real quiet in the group chat. They real quiet. You know,
y'all don't even do the show no more?
Nah, so last week we had a bye, and then the week before that I was down in Alabama. So I couldn't do the show. But yeah, so we're doing the show this Tuesday. And you know who I'm picking, South Carolina State. I've been telling them they're gonna go over in conference. They're not winning no games in conference. Now they might beat Howard because Howard's that bad, but they not beating Delaware State. Oh, let me show you something too, P. I'm ready. I applied for my credentials for the Thursday night game. I'm gonna try to make my way down there.
Oh!
Shout out to my boy 32K KTV. He sent me this. So yeah.
They gonna bring that HBCU to Philly?
Yeah, listen, it's about a 2-hour drive. It's about a 2-hour drive for me, boy. I'm about to be on the road. It's a Thursday night game though, so you know it's a turn and burn. Gotta get in there, gotta get back. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, they gonna kill that bacon at a Thursday night game.
Come on, you hear what I'm saying, man? Let me see. Hey Scotty, do you think the lower of Delaware State NCCU game go to the? Let me see. Hey Scotty, do you think the lower of the? What do you mean?
I think they meant to say the loser.
Oh no, absolutely not. Oh yeah, absolutely not. Hell no.
Yeah, Delaware State ain't making it.
Delaware State ain't making it. They that loss to Sacred Heart was bad. That's a bad loss. Yeah, if they beat Sacred Heart and they lost to Monmouth too. You know what I'm saying? They would have had to definitely beat Sacred Heart, and I think if they beat Monmouth, yeah, I think they definitely go to the playoffs. I think they
NCCU would have had to at least get past New Hampshire. You know, that New Hampshire and that Old Dominion, there was the 2 losses, but yeah, North Carolina Central got overlooked for the playoff last year, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They did. But I do believe the way that they got whooped last year in that playoff against Richmond, I think that stuff matters, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like you don't want to put them back in the playoffs and then they get their ass whooped again like that. It's like, come on, man, at least be competitive. You know what I'm saying? So D from Ohio coming to you.
Scotty P, what's going on, family? How y'all feeling tonight?
Good, man. How about yourself?
I'm good. I can't complain. Hey Perry, I wanna thank you for reminding our brother that he is an alumni of Florida A&M, because he think we forget, but we don't. You know what I'm saying? He think we forget, but we don't. And you know, his son didn't become a big FAMU fan for no reason. You know what I'm saying? So
he done jumped on that Delaware.
You're not gonna be by yourself.
He jumped on Delaware. He got a 302. He done forgot he was
right there with you. You know what I'm saying?
First of all, let's hold on. No, I'm not gonna let you just skip this. First of all, I came in during the Willie Simmons era, right? So I had an expectation. That's number one. And number two, I've always been a celebrity supporter. Okay, so you talk about jumping on. I've always been a celebrity supporter. That's just been my thing. So everybody knows Scotty. Like, if you can get a celebrity, you got Scotty. Okay, if you get a celebrity, you're good with me. But go ahead, D.
Right. But no, we'll give you a get out of jail free card because you was, you know what I'm saying, on Dale State before everybody else was. That's one thing I give you. And so I thought y'all was 14 karat crazy, but y'all ended up being right. And I want to talk about that game because this is the game of the week. These other games in the SWAC and the MEAC is not even worth watching. I'm with you, man. I think Dale State can go into the nest and pull off this victory because, like you said, they can't stop a nosebleed on defense, but they apply so much pressure, you know what I'm saying, to the opposing team's defense where you know they're going to score. And I don't think NCCU defense is as good as it has been in the past. You know what I'm saying? So if they're averaging 30 plus, I think they can still hit their 30. And, you know, Walker Harris, I like Walker Harris, but I seen some deficiencies in his game. And if he's not on, they can be had. You know what I'm saying? If this game was in Dale State, I would definitely feel like Dale State can win. But with their offense and how high powered they are, it can happen, bro.
I think for me, if I'm Dale State, I feel more comfortable putting this game in Walker Harris's hands than letting Chris Mosley just run wild on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just can't. And again, remember, Monmouth went crazy. The Monmouth quarterback went crazy. And I don't think NCCU's passing attack is really all that special, if I'm being honest. But I do think Chris Mosey is that special. So I wouldn't give
their running
them,
game is special.
yeah, I wouldn't just give them that. And that's the thing I'm worried about with Dell State. Can they stop the run? Can they manage Chris Mosley and put the game in Walker Harris's hands? P, how do you feel about the game overall?
I really don't have big excitement about it. I'm just, Delaware State is in uncharted territory. And that's what we're talking about, right? Dell State, NCCU. It's just new to see Delaware State in this with this opportunity, right? So now that you finally get an opportunity, when was the last time Delaware State had a bright light game where people actually was like, it's Delaware State?
Yeah.
I want to see what can they do with this stage now, with everybody watching against a team that's a formidable opponent and has won MEAC championships, has won Black College National Championship. This is a litmus test, as they say. This is an opportunity to see, is there a little bit more to go for Deshaun Jackson, or it's not that far off in year one?
And let me say this, fellas, and I'll get out of the way for the next caller. Let's not forget, we had a very similar game like this last year in the MEAC, right? And Walker Harris did not show up, especially in the first half against South Carolina State. I see a lot of parallels. First-year coach in Deshaun Jackson, first-year coach in D1 in Chennis Berry. The only difference is this game is at home for Central, and that game they lost against South Carolina State was in South Carolina State. It was I believe it was a Thursday night game on ESPNU or one of those channels. But Walker Harris didn't look good under those bright lights. You know what I'm saying? And they had the kid that's down in Virginia now, toting the rock, that really got them back into that game. So we've seen them not play so well in these big MEAC games. And I think that Deshaun Jackson, if he wins this game, I think he'll replicate what Chennis Berry did, being a first-year coach in the MEAC, you know what I'm saying, and have an opportunity to represent them in the Celebration Bowl. Because if they win this game, I don't think nobody else in the MEAC can beat them. And because South Carolina State will probably be the second option, but their defense is nowhere near as good as it was last year.
Yeah.
And Stubblefield and then the backup quarterback can't score with this Dale State. So we actually, this is damn near like the Jackson State versus Alabama State game, where the winner could potentially be going to the Celebration Bowl.
That's fair.
Am I off balance? Or tell me what y'all think about that.
No, I think that's a great assessment, D. And I didn't even look at it like that, to where you're really the MEAC championship. The MEAC champion is probably going to be crowned in this game, because I don't think Morgan or Howard are good enough to compete with Dell State, and that's saying a lot. And they don't have no defense at all. And I think South Carolina State just doesn't know what they are at this point in time. And Norfolk State is just a bad team. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say they're talented. They're just coached really bad, right? So it's one of those type of games. So we'll see what it looks like going forward. But I agree with you. This could be the MEAC championship right here, right now. It really could.
I'm telling you. And it goes to show you, and I'll say this and really be done this time, how bad HBCU football is, that 2 weeks ago, Jackson, Alabama State was paying for the right to go to the Celebration Bowl. Yeah. And in week one in MEAC play, the two best teams that look so far could potentially be playing to go to the Celebration Bowl, which makes the rest of the season a bore. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just really an indictment on HBCU football right now. But 1 o'clock start, I'll be tuned into this game, and I'll be checking out the watch party. Love y'all two brothers. Keep up the good work, fam.
Appreciate it, D. Man, Perry, but think about that. You only got 5 teams. And in them 5 teams, 2 of them, it's like 2 in a possible, right? Like, it's like, you know what Dell State is. You're still kind of iffy on South Carolina State, and you know what NCCU is. And it's like, it literally has come down to a 3-team race. And Dell State even being in that race is a victory for Dell State. Which I called, by the way. I said Dell State would have 6 to 7 wins this season. I want to be very clear about that.
They got to prove it to me this week, because I still think, in my opinion, it's South Carolina State and North Carolina Central. Delaware State knocking at the door. This will let me know what they look like when I look out that peephole.
Yeah.
And trying to see who it is. This will let me know if I open the door or don't. This game right here early on. But for me, I still think, what, you like that? You want to laugh? Yeah, come on. Because I'll leave your ass outside. Ring the doorbell, knock all you want. Yeah, you ain't who I thought you was. You catfish.
He'd be looking at the Ring doorbell.
Yeah, catfish. That ain't who I saw on there. So I still like North Carolina Central and South Carolina State, but Delaware State definitely has something to say about it. They got to do it this week. that this is the week to do it. As we saw when we seen the past couple of years, you can't take more than one loss in conference
Let
play.
me ask you this, Perry. When you say doing it, does it matter how it looks, or do they just have to win?
Get the win. It don't matter how it looks in MEAC, because at the end of the day, you only got after this one 4 more games.
No, what I'm saying is do you give Dale? Because I feel like if the game is 35-38, NCCU wins, is that not a victory for Dale State?
No. They played better, good. But if that's the case of what you're giving them right now, I don't give moral victories and a loss. We've seen in this conference, games can go any kind of way just because. A loss is a loss. That's Dale State doing back to what they doing before.
I disagree.
I'm not going to give them, if they lose this game and they lose by 3, I'm not going to give them moral victory in this one. They got to win this game if they want to get over that. If they want to be the contender, losing close ain't going to help you.
No.
You just giving yourself moral victory for next year to say, hey, maybe we got a better chance next year.
If I take the MEAC, if I take the MEAC, now I know Deshaun and all the coaching staff are thinking the same way you're thinking, but for me as a Dale State fan, I'm like, you lost 52-10 last year. 52-10. If you come in here year one and you lose in the nest 38-35 or 31-34, that is in a loss, that is a victory, because we didn't have anything going for us defensively. We couldn't stop a nosebleed, and we still were able, and they're a very young team. And I can't see the downside. Now, if you get blown out, I'm like, damn, you're not there. If they get blown out, they're not there. That's just flat out. I'm just like, you're not there.
With the hype you giving me on them, and I told you so, and what you wearing right now,
but I want to be very clear. I said they only clipped one of the big dogs. I didn't even think they were going to be this good to potentially clip both of them. I said at the beginning of the year, Dale State will clip one of the big dogs, and I meant that. Now, I hope it's NC. I hope it's both of them jokers, to be honest. But I just said one because I didn't know if they will be there yet. It takes a lot to be at that level. You get what I'm saying? But I thought they could get one, just like a slip up or, hey, you caught me slipping or whatever. But that's why, in my personal opinion, I get what you're saying. Like, you just got to go out and win. But I think some teams are not ready to take that next step in year one. And I know what people say about Chennisberry. Chennisberry had a very mature team with outside of some smaller like pieces or whatever, but a lot of that team was very mature, juniors and seniors. He got his quarterback that he had when he won a championship with Benedict. A lot of that stuff matters. And I think that if he comes in, if he wins this game, or if this game is less than a touchdown, that is a victory in my eyes. As a Dale State fan, I'm like, wow, I can't wait to see what a full year of recruiting looks like, and they fix their deficiencies. NCCU ain't going to want to see this team next time. They're not going to want to see this team come around year 2. They won't. They don't want to. And if we're being honest, even Deion's year 1 was bad. Year 1 for Deion was bad. People want to throw that spring season out like that shit didn't happen. It was real. That was his year 1.
I remember Dawson Odoms took a knee on him.
You see what I'm saying?
On the 1-yard line.
That was Deion's year 1. People don't like to talk about it because it was a spring, but that was his year 1. And a lot of people just throw that to the poop. Oh, that shit counts. But
he had to figure some shit out.
He had to figure some shit out, and that's why he said, "Get me now." Right? Get me now, because you ain't gonna get me. And he was right. And
everybody kept telling me, wait till the fall. And I'm laughing. Like, fuck y'all talking about?
Wait till
the fall. Shit. Every fall since then, hell,
it's been
rolling.
Mr. Sargent, coming to you. Then Rocky, you next.
All right, sir.
What's going on?
Speaking of, I told you so. Speaking of having receipts, I would ask you to please invite PV versus everybody. I forget that brother's name. Back to the show.
Lionel.
Reason being, is I distinctly remember watching you two on his show probably, and he brought up the list that he felt was kind of the top coaches in the SWAC, and he had them in different categories. He specifically had Graves and Colsey in a category that suggested they would be fired by the end of the year. Now, of course, I thought he was crazy, and you beat him up, rightly so. But now it looks good, right? So I need to go back and find that show, but I would love to hear what he has to say, particularly around the coaches, because he obviously elevated his coach to be number one. But hey, man, that's all I got for you, man. In and out. You know, anytime I get on here, I want you to play my "You About to Lose Your Job" song. And how many days do we have left to get out of this? I won't even call it the cozy era. I'm going to call it the post Willie Simmons era. I'm out. Peace.
Appreciate it, Mr. Sergeant. I know exactly what show he's talking about too, because I got Lionel's text here. Let me see. He doesn't do it by coaches. He does it by teams. That's how he does his tiers. I don't remember the coaches because he didn't. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at some of the stuff he did. So, I got mine as tier 1. I had JSU, FAMU, Alabama State. Tier 2 was PD and Southern. Tier 3 was Alcorn, A&M, Grambling, TSU. Tier 4 was Valley, Bethune, and UAPB, which, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. So, Rocky, coming to you.
Hey, what's up, good brothers?
What's goody, Rock?
Well, hey, man, I just want to ask y'all this question. Perry, you've been around this SWAC a long time, right? And, you know, coaches, since I've been watching SWAC, man, 5 years, coaches been catching hell, man. They've been absolutely catching hell these past 5 years. They done ran through probably, we up to probably about 25 coaches now, 26 coaches in 5 years in the SWAC.
That have come
more.
That have been fired?
Yeah.
Ain't no way.
Yeah.
Ain't no way. 25 coaches been fired?
You count them out. 5 to left.
Doc Gamble, Eric Dooley, Terrance Graves, Willie Simmons left. Are we talking about just fired or just left?
I'm talking about left.
Okay.
They running through them. And a lot of them running through them because, I mean, just think about it. Everybody that had 2 coaches, so that's 24, at least 2. That's 24.
No, that's not true. No, okay. I
want
to understand what are you saying fired or like have elevated?
Well, okay. Let me just say this. Not fired, but it's been turnover for one reason or another. Some of they're churning coaches, Scotty. A lot of them, like TSU, their coach didn't get renewed, their contract renewed. McNair, his contract didn't get renewed. You know, they didn't get fired, but they moved on. So not everybody got fired, Scotty. That's what I'm saying. But they churning coaches is basically what I'm saying. They're going through coaches, right?
Let's start with Ed Reed count.
Yeah, that counts.
So Bethune has had 2. Terry Sims
and Ed, and then Grambling's had 3 with the dude Fobbs, Hugh, and just Fobbs and Hugh, and then you have Southern with Dooley, Jason Rollins. Well, he technically was the interim. That doesn't really count. He was technically just an interim, and that's what interim is.
Been renewed. They just let him walk off.
But that's what an interim is, though. Like, but I get what you're saying. Okay, so you got Odoms.
My point has been
we trying to do the math.
There's been a lot of coaches. Oh, I'm sorry. Y'all
we trying to do the math. Rollins, Odoms, Graves. God damn, that's 4 just from Southern. That's crazy.
That's why I'm telling you, us alone, we ain't got time waiting on nobody.
That's 4 just from y'all. UAPB was Doc Gamble. That's 5. Fobbs and Hugh, that's 7.
Did you add Cedric Thomas to UAPB?
He said in the last 5 years.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I'm about to say so.
Yeah.
That's Doc and
Well, he left COVID. He
I
left in 21.
No, that was UAPB was Doc Gamble. Oh, I see what you. Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
That's
Doc
how
had just took over right before that spring season started because he dipped to go to
the other school. I
Southern
got you.
Miss.
Yeah. Okay, so said Doc. So you got said and Doc Gamble. That's 7. You got Ely from Alabama State. You got Maynard for A&M. You got Willie Simmons. That's 10. You got Terry Sims. That's 11.
Do you count Dooley twice from Prairie View and Southern?
Oh shit.
Yes.
That's 12. And then you got Bubba, that's 13. And then
What's your boy that was at Texas Southern?
That's 14. And then you got
Maynard.
I already counted Maynard. Vincent Dancy.
Who was at Alabama State?
I already got Ely. 15 was Vincent Dancy, and then you got the new coach behind Dancy. He left. That's 16. Dion was 17. Who else? Fred McNair. That's 19. I think you're short. Yeah, I think you're short.
Yeah, I may have overcounted.
It is. But that's about you, right? Though that's about 21 guys right there. That's crazy. In 4 years, 4 to 5 years, 21 coaches. That's crazy. You right? You ain't. That's
So my point, what I was getting to was this, Coach. Well, maybe we blaming the wrong people. Because here's the problem: the last 5 championships in those years, there's been one AD that's given all those guys their first head coaching job.
Ashley.
And maybe the AD is where they're really missing the boat in this conference. Maybe we just blaming the coaches for the ineptitude because they end up wearing the title. But where the failure is, if one AD is responsible for giving all the recent successful coaches their head coaching job, maybe it's an AD problem.
I wouldn't disagree with you, Rock. I wouldn't disagree with you. I think it's too. If
they don't know what to look for when they're hiring a coach.
I think if you're
I always ask the question
What?
when I talk about it on here, talking about when they sitting down with coaches, first of all, with committees, and second of all, are coaches explaining what the process of building a program looks like? Because when I'm looking at a lot of these guys, it don't look like there was a thought of how 1, 2, 3, 4 years supposed to look. Just look like, hey, we're figuring this shit out as we go.
I think you're Rocky. I won't say that you're wrong. I definitely won't. I think if you're talking about a share of the blame, or if you're giving out, like, if you're handing out slices of blame pie, I would say 70% of it is the AD and 30% of it is on the coach, right? Because I gave you the opportunity because I thought you could do the job, and then you couldn't do the job, right? So do you blame the boss for hiring the bad employee, or do you blame the employee for being bad?
It kind of trickles down, Scotty, and y'all know how I run all over the place, because it seems it's like this. It's almost like when you put the quarterback in and you say the reason why we're losing is because the quarterback, but you're the coach. You're the reason why the quarterback is playing.
Facts.
Right? So if the quarterback, you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't get, why is he on the field if he's going to cause you to lose? And that's what I say about these head coaches. Roman Banks, I don't know him personally. I don't know his pedigree. I don't know what he's done for Southern or whatever, right? But if I was a Southern alumni, right, Terrance Graves would be the last coach he would hire. We would go through hiring a head football coach through some other method. Because I'm going to be honest with you, Coach, there were, including you, Scotty, when Terrance Graves was hired, I was told personally by 4 different coaches that it wasn't going to work.
Wow.
It wasn't going to work. You even said it, Coach Scotty, on the show. a number of times. It wasn't going to work. It was a lazy hire. Those are the words, right?
Yep.
I hate to.
No, you're right. That's what I
And
said.
if you knew that, why do we then fire this guy after a year and a half or a year and however many games, right? And we really make Terrance Graves the failure. But I think in some cases, man, T. Graves is just the scapegoat for a broken process or a broken system that doesn't exist just at Southern, but may be, throughout the SWAC. Because the same thing is it's going to happen somewhere else probably this season or the next or the year after. I just think you fire. This is the second time it's happened to a coach at Southern, and it could happen in other places. Why? And this is what I want to ask Perry: is the AD ever put on the hot seat because of these coaching moves that are being made in the history of since you've been around SWAC? When you have these failures like this, is the AD ever put on the spot or ever takes responsibility?
Yeah, that's how they get fired.
Let me just think back to Southern is a little bit different, and I'm gonna say why. Southern controls its own system from within of board members who are appointed by the governor. Most of these other schools don't have their own boards because they're a part of somebody else's system. So they have a governance of somebody else where they like, hey, we'll let you govern yourself. You just report to us what you're doing. Southern has, and this is the way it was put to me, Southern is the playground for the black bourgeoisie of the state of Louisiana. So they can't let you in at LSU when you got the money and the title. You can't come over here fucking with our, because that's white folks. But you can go over there, what he said at Ken Lane. You want us to treat them like white folks? That ain't what I said.
I ain't say that.
That ain't what I said. So Southern is the area where it's like, all right, you got it. We'll let you do it. You can do your thing. Now, that's when the politics come into play, because then you get the board members and people who have this heart that are high on the hierarchy that they believe they know what's best for Southern personally, whether it's a relationship, whether it's familiarity. And in my opinion, in this situation, which you speaking about Roman Banks and making a decision, I don't think it fell on Roman Banks with the last two hires. I think Roman Banks is the scapegoat to make the hire. And if it works out, it looks good for Roman Banks. And then it looks good for the board members and the people that's in the political side to say, this what they got up, and that's how I knew it wasn't Banks when it came to Eric Dooley. They got up and gave the man a damn medal. Eric Dooley, and it wasn't Banks giving him the medal.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Just go back and watch it. You'll see who gave him the medal and who was it. Somebody from the board, DeMore Rutledge. You have to then start to take the time and look back and start to see who really the power players. And at Southern, for what they've done with Roman Banks, they've given them the extension and the money. And to me, it's like, hey, I hate to use this, but it's like the puppet master. We tell you what to do. As long as you do what we asked you to do specifically for this, we'll take care of you. And that's been the case of a lot of HBCUs, not just athletics, but a lot of shit of why we have our issues of people who have positions and what they do. Somebody is saying, if you do this for me, I'll do this for you. And so I believe in that case, Roman has been put in a position to do what is asked of him with his hands tied behind his back. And it's like, if you do what we ask, we'll take care of you. You'll get that extension. You will get your for show money. That's what comes with it, because if it don't work, it's going to be backlash. Somebody got to take the backlash, right, Scotty?
Yep.
And I'm paying you. You'll be well compensated to take the backlash, because the backlash is happening right now all over social media. People aren't just asking for a new football coach. They're asking for a new AD as well. But he's been paid. He's had his contract extended. I believe that was exactly for moments like this. You're safe. We'll replace a coach before we replace you, because at least you did what we asked you to do. And I hope I'm making sense and saying it in a short form for people to understand. Am I?
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. I think you understand. You're saying the ADs in HBCU, the AD in title, not in authority.
Not in every situation, but especially at Southerns where it's more of the back, the boards and all that get involved. It's the same situation you see at FAMU in certain situations, right? They don't hire the coaches, but they put people in place. They revoke people that you recommend, or what I'm saying, they just kind of slowly guide you to the person that they want you to get. That's how you get Maga Marva.
Personally, I don't like committees hiring coaches. I don't, you know what I mean? Because I think hiring head coaches is a hard thing. And one of the most important things about a head coach is that they have a relationship, a good working relationship with the AD. And I don't think a committee always facilitates that. I think one of the things that has PV on a roll, and for years to come, they could be on a roll because of the AD and the head coach relationship. They are in lockstep.
Well, the president gave him,
what?
But the president gave him full autonomy to make that hire. Yeah,
and he got his guy. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that, that's how I don't know what Ashley and TC situation is, whether it was committee or I think he hired TC for sure. You know what I mean? I don't know, I don't know what Travion did it.
I can tell you exactly how it went. I can tell you exactly how it went at Jackson. He hired Dion and told Dion to keep TC Taylor on staff because he knew once Dion left, TC Taylor was his guy. That's exactly how it went down.
Oh, okay. Well, he had a contingency plan when he hired Dion.
Absolutely. He already had his guy in waiting.
And what happened with Travion? Because he's went through a few guys. Is he using a committee or is he?
That one I do not know. If I'm being honest, I do not know. So that one I can't speak on.
And Texas Southern, we don't know what the hell they doing. And because with all things being equal, Fred McNair would have been the coach at Texas Southern if it was the AD's call, and then the board didn't approve that contract, and so they restarted the process again. So
I mean,
my point is saying
they could have dodged the bullet.
Is
if I'm being honest.
I don't know, man. You can say what you want to. Fred has a pedigree that says he's a successful championship coach. You can't take that away from him. I don't think working for Coach Graves is a indictment on him as a head. Should be an indictment on him as a head coach.
But
period, point blank.
But the next question you ask is, can he do it outside of Alcorn?
Now that is a valid question, Scotty. And as an AD, you would have to sit down with him and understand what his plan and process is, and determine if it fits for your institution.
Facts.
That's what you would have to do.
Yep.
But I don't think you should assume he would fail because he would, because as a tight end coach or as an interim coordinator, Terrance Graves failed, and so
we'll see
McNair should take the blame for that.
We'll see what it looks like with interim. We'll see what it looks like when he becomes the interim, because we've seen a lot of interims in college football take their programs to a whole nother level. UCLA, UAB. So from here on out, it's Fred McNair's team, and this is his job interview for a real job. It just flat out what it is.
Man, the people at Southern don't want him.
It's not about Southern. Don't want him. He's not interviewing for Southern. He's interviewing for
okay.
Yeah, the UAPBs that come open, the Grambling that come up. He's interviewing for these roles that might pop open so he can become a head coach. Yeah, Southern's not going. Yeah, Southern's done with that. But for him, being an interim it's an audition to see what this team looks like.
Hey man, and I think, like I say, I wish him luck. And I think Southern is a talented team, to be honest with you. I told you that, when I seen them in Atlanta. But for whatever reason, they struggled the entire season, man. So, all right then, brother. I just wanted to see, what you guys thought about the situation with the coaches and the ADs, man. I think that's somewhere they should look, because Ashley has the Midas touch. He's hired all 5 of the championship coaches the last 5 years. Somebody should look into what his process is and what he looks for in a coach, because they could use his help.
I think that would make too much sense. Appreciate you, Rock. That would make too much sense. I'm gonna take this last caller. 9122 coming to you.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Lawrence. I'm calling from Dallas.
All right, talk
really
to
the colony, Texas. Hey, I'm piggyback off what brother was saying. Okay, you're talking about coaches, and the HBCU is down this year as far as quality of teams or whatnot. My thing is that I remember back in the day when y'all used to come up to HBCU, used to come up to Naptown, used to come up to Chicago to games. I think they even had a game in Milwaukee. And my thing is that y'all hardly never recruited from up north. It's no players. You right in Ohio, Scotty. How many players that's on the block, that's all black schools, high schools, that these HBCUs are recruiting?
0.
And then it's good coaches. It's good coaches that's up north that go to some of these black schools. And I'm gonna throw another caveat in that. Y'all don't even go to the West Coast to recruit kids. No, you didn't get recruited to the West Coast. And you got islanders, those islanders coming for those little islands like, I guess, Hawaii, Tahiti or something like that. Those guys, Somalians, they'll come there and rock with HBCU. They can't even get they can't get them either. And then you got a game that's going to be in Vegas, and now one of them players are from the West Coast. That's going to represent them teams that's going to be in Vegas playing the game. That's crazy. So you only recruit from Texas and maybe South Carolina and all between the middle to Texas. That's all you recruit from. You don't get no coaches. You don't get no players. And after a while, the North don't even want you coming up there no more because you don't never represent them. You used to have games to make money, big little games. The games, and like I said, Naptown and Chicago. I think Cleveland has some. Detroit had a couple of them. It's bad. It's bad because you limited yourself to one region. And HBCU is supposed to represent all black folks, but it just represents one part of the country that's down south. Don't represent up north. No coaches, no players. It's a bad situation. But that's all I got to say, brothers. Enjoy your day. I love your show. Keep up the good work, Scotty and Perry.
I appreciate it. I'm shutting down the call lines.
Goodbye.
Let me say this. I agree and I disagree with the last caller. All you guys talking about restrictive recruiting budgets, I disagree. I'm sorry. Like, it's 2025. I can call a coach. And I can get a game film of a kid I might be interested in if I know a school, or if I got connections in Detroit, if I got connections up in Maryland, if I got connections up in Minnesota, Wyoming, North Dakota. I can call a coach and say, hey, can you send me the film on this kid? I seen his huddle. I like it. Can you send me the film on this kid? Can you do this? Can you do that? I can do 90% of the legwork before I even got to go travel. So what are we talking about? If I like the kid, I can offer the kid just off his huddle if I like him that much. I don't even got to visit the kid.
You remember what I said earlier in the show?
Yeah.
Put real money in that in terms of being able to scout transfer portals and everything else. You got to really scout it. Like you said, today's time, you can watch the film with all the highlights, but what the film look like aside from just the highlights?
Yeah.
What that kid, once again, as I talked about, you may got the running back who can hit the hole and who can do this, but what does he look like pass blocking? What is that receiver who can go out and run that route? What does he look like blocking on the outside when we going? I see the good. That's what the highlight is. 2, 3, 4 minutes of all the good. But I got to watch the bad too, because that's the development part. We got to develop what you're not good at, because you're not going to be good at you're not going to do everything good every single play. So we got to identify what you're not good at, and that's what we're working on you with. We're going to let you go out there and be good and do what you do, but we got to develop the areas that you're not good at. That's the part of the game that we got to understand. People get too caught up into the highlights. People get too caught up into all the good plays, and they don't look at, when it starts to show its ugly head, you realize why that guy was a former 4-star, but now where he's at.
Yeah.
You got to do your homework. You got to develop those guys. And these day and age, Scotty, you hit it right on the head. It ain't back in the day where you had hopefully somebody with a camcorder and you had to send that tape off somewhere. You ain't got to do that no more.
Facts. I want to
see something wherever you want to go.
I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this roster for Harding. That's the one in Arkansas, right? Harding University.
Harding.
Yeah, Harding. Okay. I'm looking at their roster. D2 school. Am I correct? That's a D2 school, right?
Yep.
Okay. One of the top D2 schools in the program, correct? In the country, in Arkansas, right? Let's look at their roster. Because I look at it like this. If they can do it, you can do it. Fort Worth, Colorado, Tennessee, Arkansas, Texas, Arkansas, North Carolina, Texas, Michigan, Arkansas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Ohio, Tennessee, Texas, Florida, Arkansas, Texas, Arkansas, Colorado, Chicago, Arkansas, Michigan, Alabama, Louisiana, Arkansas, Texas, Arkansas, Arkansas, Texas, Louisiana, Georgia, Oklahoma, Cali, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Oklahoma, North Carolina, Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Tennessee. I can go on and on.
Sound like you calling audibles.
You know, like I can go on and on. So again, it like if I don't have to cross the Mason-Dixon line, that's cool. But understand, if you don't cross the Mason-Dixon line, understand your team better be legit.
Well, do this. Look up, since you're in Arkansas, that's D2. Look up the only other FCS school in Arkansas, Conway. UCA.
UCA, right? Central Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Football.
You talking about beat the shit out of UAPB every time they see him. Senseless.
Here we go. Texas, Florida, Mississippi, Arkansas, Mississippi, Texas, Mississippi, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Mississippi, Arkansas, Alabama, Arkansas, Mississippi, Arkansas, Texas, Arkansas. Or is that Arizona? That's Arizona.
AZ is Arizona.
AR. What's AR?
AR is Arkansas.
Okay, Arkansas again. Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, Wisconsin, Mississippi, Arkansas, Tennessee, Arkansas, Wichita. I know exactly where Wichita Falls is. Texas, Arkansas, Texas, Mississippi, Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Texas, Arkansas, Bahamas. Boy, they went and got one from that one. Arkansas, Mississippi, Missouri, Arkansas, Mississippi, Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Texas, Kansas, Arkansas, Mississippi, Arkansas, Texas, Tennessee, Arkansas, Texas, Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, Kansas, Texas, Arkansas, Kansas, Arkansas, Illinois, Louisiana, Arkansas, Tennessee, Mississippi, Tennessee, Arkansas, Mississippi, Arkansas. I mean, we can go on and on. Again,
all right, now do this then. Let's look up one of the coaches that I was talking about. You can choose either Tennessee Tech or Mercer.
I want to go Mercer.
Or West Georgia. You can go to either three of them.
Mercer. I go Mercer. Mercer football roster. And where is Mercer at?
Georgia, I want to say.
Okay. Florida. Oh, can you see this? Oh, no, you can't. All right. There you go.
The Mercer Bears.
All right, here we go. Florida, Pennsylvania, Mississippi, South Carolina, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, North Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, Florida, Georgia, Texas, Georgia, North Carolina, Georgia, Ohio, Georgia, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, North Carolina, West Virginia, Florida, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, California, Alabama, Georgia, North Carolina, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, Germany.
He got to be the kicker.
Punter. Florida. But hey, you got to do what you got to do. Savannah, Georgia, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, Mississippi, Georgia, Florida, Georgia, Florida, Georgia, Virginia, Texas, North Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Georgia, Florida. Another Germany. Georgia, South Carolina, Georgia, Indiana, Nebraska, and that's it. So again, we get it. 80% of your roster is going to come from your home state, but how are you recruiting these guys? You get what I'm saying? Like, are you really turning over every rock and nook and cranny in your state to get the right guys? Or like you said, just like you said, the gas tank method, right? Am I going out farther enough, 4 hours this way, 4 hours that way, 4 hours this way to find the best talent?
And not getting caught up into the highlights. Because you get the diamonds in the rough. And you overlooking the guy because you caught up into the highlights of one guy. Then you get him, you realize his bad outweigh his good when it comes to his play. But you got caught up for 3.5 minutes of just straight highlights, right?
Yeah. Let me see. They want me to do UAPB. Mississippi, Florida, Mississippi, Arkansas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Tennessee, Louisiana, Arkansas, Texas, Mississippi, Ohio, North Carolina, New Jersey. Oh, that's a good one right there. Jackson, Florida, Arkansas, California, New Jersey, New York, Mississippi, Louisiana, Ohio, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, California, Arkansas, Tennessee, Arkansas, New Jersey, Arkansas, Mississippi, New Jersey, Louisiana, Texas, Wisconsin, Arkansas, Tennessee, Louisiana, Georgia, New Jersey, Mississippi, New Jersey, Texas, New Jersey. Dang, they got somebody got a deep talent pool in New Jersey. Arkansas.
Pipeline.
Huh?
The pipeline.
Yeah, it's a pipeline. Texas, Alabama, Arkansas, North Carolina, Ohio, Florida, Arkansas, Texas, Tennessee, Arkansas, Texas, New Jersey, Louisiana, Arkansas, Louisiana, California, SK. What the fuck is SK? What the fuck is SK?
That might be something in Canada.
Oh, okay.
I think that might be Canada.
Yeah, Saskatchewan or something like that, or
some shit.
Okay. Canada. He said Canada. Missouri, New York, Arkansas, CA, Wisconsin, Arkansas, Georgia, Arizona, Cameroon. Okay. All right, hey, UAPB be out here, boy. Cali, Colorado, New Jersey, Tennessee, Arkansas. Hey, listen. Yeah, they be out here. Saskatchewan, yeah. Hey, listen, UAPB be out here. They be
out here doing.
I mean, they probably not good, but they be recruiting though. They be all over the place. New Jersey, Saskatchewan. You know what I'm saying? They in their bag would be losing. And that's crazy. Harden got 90% of their dudes from Arkansas. Arkansas and Texas. They said that's all we need.
UCA, you said the same thing, didn't you?
Yeah. So I mean, listen, it's just you got to find the right guys, man. You got to find the right guys that you want to build your program with, that, like you said, they fit what you're trying to do. At the end of the day, they fit what you're trying to do. All right, Pay, let's get up out of here. Let people know where they can catch you at.
Catch me every Saturday morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. on the Jaguar Journal, 107.3 FM across the Baton Rouge capital city area. You can also watch it live on YouTube and Facebook. And if you don't watch it live, you can always go back and watch it after the fact on YouTube. Just go find the Jaguar Journal on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Keep up with it, as well as follow the Jaguar Journal across all social media. We're on TikTok. We're on X. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. And you can also keep up with me on my On the Yard Network as well. On the Yard Network, and keep that. Be sure to go subscribe to the On the Yard Network YouTube channel and follow On the Yard Network across all social media on X, Instagram, Facebook, as well as my Instagram, Facebook, X, and that's it.
That's it. Hey, listen, guys, as always, man, appreciate you guys for tuning in as well. Make sure you guys support. The link is in the chat as well. Support the GoFundMe, trying to get $20,000 to do a college game day style broadcast with the fellas from the Off Script Network, man. We trying to get it going. We need you guys to support grassroots effort. You can hit the support link in the GoFundMe, or you can QR code it, pause it, scan it with your phone, and do it that way. Again, HBCU Live, our game, our way. And as always, man, we appreciate you guys for tuning in. You know nobody does it better out here other than Outspoken on Monday nights. Listen, until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holla. God bless.
What they say? Whoop-de-doo.
Make sure you take that with you if you're a Southerner. The album is out now, the SWAC album. It's in the description below.
Down on the bluff where the sorrow runs deep, the scoreboard's broken and the fans barely weep. The coach is so old, he creaks when he stands. His playbook's dust, it slips through his hands. Sadness on the bluff, there's a cry and a shame. The ball don't fly, and they've forgotten the game.